Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 105th edition of the Chronicles of Podcast. And these right here are the Chronicles of Sean Smith. It is I, the bearded Brummy Jamie, and joining me, as always, it's this handsome fella right here.
This is Scotsman Tom, and welcome to the Chronicles of Podcast. Hit it!
Hi there, you're about to enjoy the Chronicles of Tom and Jamie.
Hi everyone, I'm Kevin Mann.
Hi guys, my name's Annabelle Knight.
Hello, this is Becky Baldwin.
Hello, I'm Chesney.
Hey, what's up everyone? This is Braden from Say We Can Fly.
Hi, I'm Sean Smith from the Blackout, Raiders and Sappenin Podcast, and you're listening to the Chronicles of Podcast with Jamie and the mighty Tom.
And we're still eating bread.
It's an 18th century piece. Where did you find it?
The Brummy accent, rather, is sexy. You can't argue with 1,000 Americans. Joining us this week is Sean Smith. Sean is the singer of the Raiders and the newly reformed The Blackout. The Blackout are one of those bands that came out in that boom of Welsh bands back in the early 2000s, along the lines of Lost Prophets, Funeral for Friend, The Automatic, and so many more. I'm pretty certain all the bands back then came from Wales. Sean's also one half of the Sappenin Podcast alongside his co-host Morgan Richards, talking to artists all over the world, and the only podcast to complete the McFly Infinity Gauntlet. This podcast is absolutely amazing. I had so much fun doing this interview. Like, Sean is amazing.
You say McFly Infinity Gauntlet. The Infinity Gauntlet is 5 stones, isn't it?
It is. That's what they called it on Sappenin Podcast. So Morgan was like, we've finished the McFly Infinity Gauntlet. And I was like, I really like that. That's a cool way of wording it.
Sorry, Morgan. I apologise. I know there's only 4 members, but there's 5 stones. So unless one's been on twice, I don't know. Get the manager on. I don't know.
The girl with 5 colours in her hair could be the 5th one. But I don't know if I had her on the show. Maybe not. I'll take that back. I don't know.
I wonder where she is now. I wonder who that girl was. Anyway, never mind. Yeah, this interview is amazing. It's all sorts of mental, which I love. It's just all sorts of crazy. We just chat a lot of shit. There's some conspiracy theories in there for you. There's some comedy bits in there. And what I love more than anything was Sean was like, it's this video. And we're like, yeah, it goes, good to know, because the last time I started picking my nose. And what did he do? So it was great. Sean, you are a legend, and it meant the world that you came on our show. So thank you so much for taking the time out of your insanely busy schedule to come and chat to us. And I know you had an interview straight after hours for your own show. So yeah, it was graciously appreciated. But let me just check that. Jamie!
Yes, sir.
Do you, my friend, you happen to have any final words at all?
Just a massive thank you to Sean. Massively appreciate taking the time to sit and chat with us. This was so much fun. Everyone go check out Sappenin, go check out Raiders, go check out The Blackout, go check out everything this man's involved in, because it's all wonderful.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, interviewing this week, it's Sean Smith.
Ladies and gentlemen, this week I'm going to be a very happy giddy child because I get to hear a Welsh accent. Yes! Cast your minds back to July this year at 2000 Trees, where we interrupted a man eating a very suspicious looking goat curry and asked him to have a chat with us, which he very kindly did. And well, he's back. Joining us today is one of the singers of the recently reformed The Blackout and the Raiders. He's also one of the hosts of the world famous Sappenin Podcast, the man who came third in sexiest male category in the 2008 Readers' Poll for Kerrang magazine. Boys and girls, put your hands together as we welcome you to the Chronicles of Sean Smith.
Yes, I clap myself. I'm clapping myself.
You can clap yourself, of course.
Also came 5th sexist female in Kerrang 1 year as well. So
what?
Yeah, just Google it. It's a thing. So like, imagine, right, if you are not. So say I can't remember exactly who it was, but say it's Hayley Williams, Amy Lee, Gwen Stefani, and Who was back in rock at those times? The girl from
Lacuna Coil.
Cassidy Pope. Let's say it's that, right? Right.
Why not?
And then you see number 5, Sean Smith, the Blackout. Imagine being any girl in rock who wasn't 4 places above me. You'd be fucking furious, wouldn't you? Jesus Christ, this ugly, long-headed Welsh fella has placed higher above me. Oh, I'd be blood red mad. Yeah, so if I was with that girl from Lacuna Coil, oof, I'd have kicked right off with Kerrang.
Does that even happen?
I don't know. I don't know. Looking back on it now, right? I was having to think about this the other day. Looking back on our relationship with Kerrang back in those days, I don't think anyone at Kerrang liked the Blackout, but we were doing so well that they couldn't ignore us. So, for example, right, I've got a Kerrang cover up on the wall by you. It says the Blackout, the best live band in Britain. How the hell did that happen? Like, you didn't need to put that bit on the end, did you?
They actually put that on the cover. How did that happen?
Yeah, how did that happen? And the funny thing is with that episode is if you open it up, it's got like a section for like the world's top 10 live bands, right? So we are Britain's best live band according to the cover, right? But then when you open up best world live bands, number 1 is Enter Shikari. Last time I checked, also British.
Yeah.
So they're the best live band in Britain at the time, weren't they? You fucking idiots. But anyway, let's move on. That editor of Kerrang is no more, so that's good.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I know we started off a bit on a downer, and I'm gonna nudge that a little bit, then we'll get the fuck out of it.
Here we go.
No, I'm only intrigued because I just want to know how your pandemic season was, how things were for you during the lockdown and whatnot.
Hectic at first, and then worked out extremely well, absolutely extremely well, especially for my podcast. We ended up doing them over Zoom for the first time during the pandemic. Our first one was Robert McCracken of The Used, and he was in Australia at the time. So, yeah, if it wasn't for the pandemic, I think there's loads of guests that we had who we wouldn't have had in real life. So, like, we had Steve Vai, the guitar guru. We had guitar guru. It sounds like a job. We had Dave Lombardo from Slayer, who's also in that new band with Simon from Biffy Clyro. Yeah, we had a bunch of people that I never thought we'd probably ever speak to in the flesh. So it worked out quite well. But I did get COVID. I've had it twice now. And I had it 2 weeks ago, actually, and it was fucking dreadful. But yeah, I caught it. And yeah, it was okay for me business-wise. I guess personally, not so great because I previously, in the end of 2019, me and my girlfriend at the time had split up. So I had to move back home for that period, which wasn't fun. But then also during that period, my father, who got diagnosed with dementia, that sent him somehow insanely downhill. And yeah, so he ended up going to hospital, and we didn't see him for 6 months during that because of the lockdown shit. So yeah, by the time we saw him, pretty much gone. But yeah, so yeah, nice one, Tom. You literally have taken it as down as it can go. Anyway, also around that time, I had a friend kill. No, carry on. I won't go into that. But yeah.
Sean, I'm so sorry.
It's all right. No, it's fine. I'm all good with it. Yeah, it's what happened, isn't it? We're only talking about what happened. It's not like yeah. It's done. It's done. So yeah, hopefully we don't have another one of them, but at the same time, you know, if we need another lockdown, I don't see why we don't do it. But also we now know there's so many people who are against them that it's almost going to be pointless. That's the worry now, is when something more deadly comes along and people are like, no, man, I got no GCSEs or any fucking skills whatsoever, but I read on Facebook that Tony Blair is making a virus out of gravel, and he's trying to put it into everybody's eyes so they can make the 6G, which they're working on at the moment. Shut up. Just shut up, innit? One of my friend's dads, right, who's a mad... Well, he's not a conspiracy theorist. He just thinks he's delivering the news to the world, right? So he's not like... Yeah. He posted a video the other day, right? You know the Maui wildfires?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So in Hawaii, in Maui at the moment, they had wildfires that fucking decimated loads and loads of homes, and then not the billionaires' homes. And people are like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Must be the billionaires fucking setting fire to the other people's homes so they can have the land. And it's like, oh, maybe the billionaires' houses are situated slightly away from the fire and are not as flammable. But anyway, my friend's father posted a video saying that the Maui wildfires were started by Oprah Winfrey. Wait, whoa, Tom. It gets more ridiculous.
Okay.
How did she start these fires, you are probably thinking? Well, the answer is a giant space laser. Right? So Oprah Winfrey, that's right, billionaire TV host Oprah Winfrey has used the American government's secret space laser that none of us are supposed to know about. Instead of using it on fucking Russia and ending the war in Ukraine, they've lent it to Oprah Winfrey, who has set fire to Maui using the secret space laser. But you know what's giving it away? Oh, you'll never guess what, guys. So the pop brand Mountain Dew, I'm guessing you've heard of it, right? Mountain Dew, right? They have a flavour which they've had for a couple of months, if not years now, called Maui Blast, right?
Yes.
Well, that was a wink to what was going to come. So Oprah must have taken out advertising with Mountain Dew at this point. Anyway, right? And do you know why it all makes sense? Because Dew in Mountain Dew stands for direct energy weapon.
For fuck's sake.
That's my friend's grown-up father who posts about how much he hates immigrants all the time because they're scroungers while he's been on disability for 20 years. So, yeah, that's and also there's nothing wrong with it. So,
always the way.
Yeah,
always.
Yeah. Yeah. Post homophobic shit. Got a wife who definitely looks like a man. It's mental, like it's mental. It's all. Have you noticed that? It's all homophobes, right? The girlfriends always look like fellas. It's mad, like. Oh, I hate gays. You're fucking on.
Holy shit. Have I just opened up some... No, you're right, Sean. I feel like I've opened something up inside of it that's been sat there for a while.
Oh, yeah. No, well, yeah, I woke up depressed and I saw my father's friend posting more bollocks and I was like, oh, I can't be having this forever. Like, I've got to release it. So, yeah, I'm doing it. Like, I posted about that Mountain Dew thing earlier because literally fullfact.org had to verify that Mountain Dew had nothing to do with the Maui wildfires and a giant laser from space. You get a space laser. You get a space laser. It's not happened, is it?
I just want to know what Oprah's got against Hawaii. Like,
but no, she's done it, see, because she's already got a mansion there, right? But she needs more land. And apparently she tried to buy some land off someone a while ago and they might have said no. So what she's done is she's killed thousands of people using a mysterious laser nobody knew about. But the problem is, we all know about it now, don't we? So you can't go sneakily using it, America.
Well, life lesson, never say no to Oprah Winfrey.
Well, fuck that. No chance.
We all know now.
Yeah. How's that sound? She's got a rock in, because her and The Rock have been doing like please try and give money to Maui. And as much as I see the hypocrisy in the fact that she's a billionaire and she's given like $1 million or whatever it is, which is like 0.1% of what she's worth or whatever. But I kind of see that. But the rest of it, where they've just gone Mountain Dew, Maui Black, like, how do you put those things together? Like, that's the most stoned joke of an idea. That's something you get stoned with the boys and go, oh, boys, I reckon Dew stands for direct energy. Maui Blast, bro. Oh my God, bro. Somebody made a genuine TikTok that's been seen by millions of people with that bollocks, and people are going, "Yeah, man, that's dead right." And it's like, we're dead. We're all dead wrong. We're fucking doomed. Like,
yeah.
So this conversation we had before we went on about bringing kids up in this world, I agree. Yeah. I'm going to send them back. Yeah, I agree.
Well, I always get the receipts.
There must be around somewhere.
Yeah, go back to the missus with a receipt and go, I'd like to bring these back, please. Can you put them back? Can you send them back to the factory? And she's like, no chance. Not a... God, no.
Oh. Right, Sean, take us back to the days of young Master Smith. What did you want to be when you were growing up? Has it always been the world of music for you, or is it train driver or whatever young Welsh boys want to be?
Train driver? Well, no, coal miners, isn't it? It's coal miners.
I'll be coal miners, yeah.
Or, competition sheep riders. When I was younger, I wanted to be a footballer for a bit. And then I had an ingrowing toenail one year. So I was relatively good in goals, right? I was a goalkeeper as well, obviously, because it's running about and lots of attention in it. So, I was quite good at that. Played for like the school area and South Wales for college and stuff. And then, I had an ingrowing toenail. Went to Reading the same year that I had my toenail removed. And I saw Lost Prophets play the Carlin stage it was back then, and I went, oh, go on, and I'll give that a go. And then I wanted to be a frontman for a while, but I think genuinely think in my heart I've always wanted to be a comedian. So I believe I'm a comedian trapped inside a frontman's body. I'm technically a trans comedian. In a way, if that's the thing. Also, no offense to any trans people, I didn't mean that as a thing. I was just saying there's a comedian inside me, trapped, that I can't get out because I'm so ADHD riddled, again, everybody can tell from this conversation, that I can't write anything down. So if I think of a joke, so like all our Mountain Dew stuff, right? As much as it's true, I'd also, I thought about saying that out loud, because I know what the funny bits are. But if I've got to write anything down, no way. Literally turns into work the moment. Like if I got a pen now and write some funny jokes about fucking Mountain Dew. Like my brain will go, you're making it into a job. This isn't fun. Whereas either off the cuff or I've got something that I know is funny in this topic and I'm fine. It's like I went out with my friend, he's a comedian, his name's Tom Deacon. He was in Cardiff a couple of weeks ago. And I just said to him, I was like, is it frowned upon to just go up there and do crowd work? And he was like, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's what all the newcomers do. And I was like, yeah, but I would be very good at there's no, I'd be next level at it. But yeah, so it's slowly happening. I've got a friend called Vix as well, Vix Layton. She's a comedian from Cardiff, and she's put me on a couple of comedy things so far. It's all panel based. And I'm doing one in November in London as well now. So I'm slowly getting there. But it's the whole fear of writing it down. And I don't know what that is apart from maybe my ADHD.
What about voice noting it?
I don't. There's something that seems to be with notes in general, because I have written stuff down, but it just, when I go to read it back, it's so shit or isn't what I'd obviously written down, which was funny enough for me to actually take the fucking time to write it down. And I look back and I listen back and I'm like, it's not that funny now. But in the moment, it was fucking brilliant. It's like I'm a brilliant comedian in the moment. If I've got to work anything out, we're in trouble. But yeah, comedian, I think, because I just remember seeing comedy when I was younger and seeing people like Jasper Carrott, Birmingham's finest. Jasper Carrott, I liked Dave Allen, he's an Irish comedian. I liked I think it's because they made my parents laugh. And then I was like, oh, I want to be able to do it. And then, probably the greatest sound in the world is my mother laughing. So, that's what I've always wanted to do. So I guess in a way, 50%, I'm kind of doing it. because of there's moments in between songs with both Raiders and the Blackout and during the podcast where I get to be the comedian I've always wanted to be, I guess. So yeah, I'm kind of half living my dream, but also it's a fucking fantastic dream to have been in the, to have the other side of it, the front man side of it, I guess, because, who would have thought? I literally saw a school teacher the other day and she was like, oh, you did well for yourself. And I was like, yes, mad, innit, with my ADHD. And me and her started talking about like mental health stuff. And she was like, oh, yeah, we didn't really have any mental health things back in those days. And she was like, the only person we knew who had any sort of like mental health or mental disability. And she named this one boy. And I was like, oh, yeah, well, we all knew that because, it's obvious. And then so I said to her, I was like, guess what he's doing now? And she's like, what? And I was like, a tattooist. And she was like, oh, my God, you've got to check the spelling, surely. But yeah, it was just mad. Like, I'd always like she knew that I was going to ask. Well, I'd probably be dead, or I would have had to have gone on to be a front man or a comedian or somebody that had attention to him that was saying funny stuff in front of people, because that's all I did through school as well.
I listened to your Clash at the Castle pod earlier, because we are also massive wrestling fans as well. Nice. And there's one thing you said to Bianca Belair that I actually spat my tea out everywhere, which is when she said that she loved the Welsh accent. It went, well, it sounds like we're talking through soup. And it absolutely destroyed me.
Nice, yeah. Oh, that's Welsh, isn't it? It's like, yeah. It's either talking through soup or being sick into a bucket. Frankly, what? Did you just say a place name at the end? Yeah, that's all it is, nice. There you go. There's the longest town name in Wales in the style of somebody being sick into a bucket. So yeah, improv as well. Improv as well, boys.
You were saying there, like you saw Lost Prophets, and you're like, "That I want to do that. I want to." Was it always frontman and sing a few? Or was there ever like, "I want to play guitar, bass, drums"?
No, I've got no musical talent whatsoever. Like if you've ever seen the Blackout or whatever, you'll know that. But yeah, I can piece together a melody. I can write hell of a chorus. Like a lot of the Blackout stuff is just genuinely me and Gavin working together on the choruses and stuff like that, and then our verse parts are normally our own verse parts or whatever. But yeah, no, I can't. It's again ADHD. I can't sit down with anything. I can't sit down with a guitar and look at it. I've written guitar parts for the Blackout, but they're literally ones where they were playing the song and I just grabbed it and I just went ding, 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 ding. Oh, that sounded all right, and then played it to the boys and went, oh, that does sound quite nice. But yeah, I can't learn in stuff like I can't sit down and be like, right then, how do I play guitar or drums? Is fucking insane. Anyone who plays drums, right, as a mad brain, because how the fuck you get all of your limbs doing separate shit, right, while counting in your head? I can't even count in my head. Let alone do the other stuff. I get the phone and I'm lost. So if you're in one of them fucking maths bands or fucking Tool or fucking prog bands or any of that shit, your drummer's a fucking maths genius. Like, they need to fucking quit and get into accounting or whatever, because drums ain't going to pay the bills, boys. But maths will. So, yeah, I can't. Originally, so in the band, I was originally like screamer / DJ because I had decks at the time. I had...
Amazing.
Yeah, because I was into like hard house before I was into rock. And then, so yeah, I was scratch DJ for a while because I saw Lost Prophets and Limp Bizkit as scratch DJ, but I was fucking awful. But then luckily, during one rehearsal, I tried to do my usual scream and an actual scream came out and everybody stopped and just looked at me and I was like, oh, I'm finally above the law. Here we go. And then, yes, I learned to scream and then... yeah, I think after a while it became obvious that I wanted to be one of the two front men. So, yeah. So here we are today.
I take it Gav did a lot of the writing down, though.
Obviously, yeah. But spelling the words disastrously wrong. Yeah. Yeah, wolves. No, yeah, he did a lot of the writing, and like writing down anyway. But yeah. Oh.
So was the Blackout your first band that you done, or was there other bands before then?
So the Blackout prior to that was called 10-Minute Preview, and it had 5 of us in. So it had everybody bar Bob, who's guitarist now in the Blackout and Raiders. And yeah, we were called 10-Minute Preview, and that was the first ever band I was in. But it wasn't. Yeah, so first band, me and Gavin have both been in, whereas everybody else was already in another band at the time. And then we added Bob about 2 years after started 10-Minute Preview. We named ourselves after the porn section that you used to get at 12 o'clock on the old Sky channels. Yeah, 10-Minute Preview, because we were like, oh, that's funny. Boobs. We're funny, man. So, yeah, it turns out I wasn't always a good comedian. But yeah, so in the end, we ended up. Thing is, I've always been in a band with shit band names. Like, I cannot. Again, it's probably ADHD. Just going like, out, whatever. I don't care. I don't care what it's called. Let's just fucking play songs. So the Blackout, it's a bad name, innit? We once had 200 skinheads turn up to see us play in Switzerland or Poland or something like that, and I think they thought the name meant something else. So that was awkward. And we played Warped Tour once, and it was a big shirtless guy standing in the middle of the pit. And as soon as we went on, he went, oh, and then turned around and walked away. And he had white pride tattooed across his shoulders. And we were like, you got the name wrong, guys. Like, it's about power outage, not about getting rid of a race, you mad fucks. But yeah, imagine being a racist skinhead, right? You're there with your racist skinhead mates, and we're like, yeah, look at your racist band, right? Class. And you turn up, and my floppy fucking fringe turns up. Camp as hell. Jesus Christ. You've got to be gutted. I can see why they were so angry now, to be honest. It does make sense. Yeah, it's like the time I almost got killed in Ireland because I didn't know that you don't call Derry London Derry. You don't call Derry by the exact name it actually has on all of the signs entering the town because they don't like the word London.
What?
Yeah. Well, it's Ireland, isn't it? They hate you lot, don't they? Because you lot fucking nearly starved them all to death like bastards. So yeah, they don't like that. So go on, Tom.
I just want to say one thing, Sean. Sorry, I'm actually not English. I'm from Scotland, but I don't have a Scottish accent. So
you're all right. You're all right then. It's just Jamie.
Yeah,
it's just Jamie who tried to kill them all.
Yeah.
It's just Jamie. It's the Irish. I want them all dead. So what I ended up doing is one of our friends was on the tour. I had to come on stage and was like, oh yeah, so there's someone here from like the Northern Republican Army who said if you mention Londonderry again, they're going to kill you. And I said something like, oh, I don't care about your stupid war over your daft religions. Because I don't. But nothing happened to me. But we did get, we did end up going out to a van after it, and 2 massive meatheads got in the back of the van and sat down. And we were like, oh, boys. And for some reason, for 10 seconds, I thought I was the hardest man in the world screaming at these boys. I think it's because I knew the end was coming. So I was like, I'm just going to go for it now. And then these 2 guys are going to fucking kill me. And that's, at least I tried, didn't I? And I shouted these 2 guys out of our van, which was mad. I was like, fucking hell, I'm solid. Apparently I'm fucking, my scream portrays that of fucking Arnie in Predator. I don't care what's going on here.
Maybe it's the Welshness coming out of you. Maybe it's just the fact they didn't realise you actually weren't from England. They were like, oh.
That's true. Yeah, as soon as we pulled up, there was a sign that said, kill all Brits. And we were like, oh, leave us out of this, will you? I got fuck all to do with this, bro. I quite like you lot.
Yeah.
You mad fuckers. But yeah, so that's how the band started. What the fuck?
Do you think the sorry, Jamie, go on.
No. I was going to say, like, those years, like, when the Blackout first started and stuff, was mind-blowing for Welsh music. You know, like, you guys, Kids in Glass Houses, Lost Prophets, Funeral for a Friend, The Automatic, probably tons more I've missed. What the fuck was in the drinking water in Wales back then? Like, it's nuts.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was the inspiration of seeing other bands do well. So, for example, I was really into, like I said, I was into hard house and stuff, and then I saw Stereophonics was the first live gig I ever went to. Saw them in a stadium. Everybody in South Wales was wearing bootcut jeans and fucking into India at the time. And then all of a sudden, fucking Lost Prophets appeared, and people were like, "What the fuck? We can do the music we genuinely like and be from a small Welsh town. This is fucking mad." So, like, yeah, seeing them for the first time, like when I said about that Reading thing came after I saw them playing Blackwood Miners. Was the second gig I ever went to, was Lost Prophets downstairs in Blackwood Miners. It was about 500 people, absolutely sold out. And it was the first time I ever saw Circle Pit. I saw Jamie, the DJ, running on people's heads. I'd never seen that before. I saw him spitting just basically into the crowd. And I was like, how did I not figure you were allowed to do that? That's mad. And they literally made me go, oh, well, I didn't, like, we genuinely didn't think, we loved new metal and stuff like that, but then to be able to go and play those songs, we never thought there'd be anyone cool from South Wales to do it. So with Lost Prophets coming along, they basically opened the floodgates for loads of bands to be like, oh, well, we can make like American style rock, I guess. It doesn't have to be fucking singing in a local accent over indie music, which then went on to make Arctic Monkeys millions of pounds. So congratulations to those lads. But yeah, it was just it was a breath of fresh air, just having Lost Prophets and then being 15 miles away from where I live. Like this. What? You can be in a cool band and live in a shit town in South Wales? Nice. So that's what I think it just became a hunger that loads of bands were like, oh, well, let's fucking try. Let's at least try. And then Film for a Friend, like fucking, they popped up and they were amazing. The Blackout did all right. Kids in Glass Houses were killing it. Like you said, The Automatic. The band called Rhonda McLean, who I loved, were fucking brilliant. Yeah, there's loads. Next 9 Years were a band who didn't do as well as they deserve to do. Some of them are in a band called On Guard now, who are great. People should check out. There was loads. Bullet. Yeah, but the thing is, with Bullet, I don't count Bullet as one of those Welsh theme bands because they never were friends with any of those bands.
Okay.
So what happened was, so before Bullet were Bullet for Valentine, they were called Jeff Kill John, right? And they were like a new metal band. And Boyo, Matt Tuck would wear, he'd have like spiky dreads and he'd wear a visor and a shirtless, sleeveless cardigan. There's videos online. Have a look for Jeff Kill John. But when Bullet for Valentine first had their first like introducing thing in Kerrang, what Matt did was, rather than talk about Bullet, he like spent half the thing slagging Watkins off, right? Which, looking back on it, is unbelievable hindsight, right? But
That's insane.
At the time, it ruffled so many feathers within the scene to be, because basically he said something like, "Why is Fern Cotton with him? Why have rump steak when you can have sirloin or filet mignon," or whatever he fucking said. He basically just, rather than talk about how brilliant Bullet were, he talk shit on Watkins, and then because so many bands were friends with them, you were kind of put in like aside, I guess. So like, yeah, Bullet just kind of came out of nowhere and didn't really hang about with Funeral, Kids in Glass Houses, Lost Prophets, Said Mike, like any of us really, until much later on, I guess. So yeah, I don't really count. Well, they're the most successful one out of the bunch, really, but I don't really count them as part of that scene, which is strange because they were about at the time, but they were doing their own thing and in London, and they were called Opportunity in Chicago for 5 minutes as well. So that was another mad name they had.
There we are. Did they randomly have an opportunity in Chicago, or was it just?
I don't know. I have no idea. Should have been called Opportunity in Bridgend. But yeah, got a lot of love for the Bullet Boys though. But yeah, for years it was just like, well, if you're friends with them, you can't be friends with them. And it was always a bit strange until one day we were on tour in Italy and we had a day off and Bullet were playing somewhere and we got invited along. And then we took out guitar tech Jamie with us. And Jamie is now the bassist in Bullet and Valentine. So, small world. Small world.
I love it.
Crazy.
So you guys found success pretty quickly, like touring all over the world after the first album was released, selling out London Astoria, fastest selling album in your label's history, etc. At what point did you guys realise you had something there, though? You're like, no, we've this has gone beyond just us messing around now. This is something.
I think it was probably when we did our first like London headline tour show, and it sold out, and it was in King's College, and we had touts outside and people selling fake t-shirts. So we were like, yes, we're a fucking proper band. This is class.
It's a Bernie t-shirt. I love those guys.
Buy or sell any texts. Any texts. Buy or sell any texts. Terrible Scouse accent, but terrible accent. So yeah, I think that was kind of the first time. But yeah, I didn't, because like I never really believed we were any good. I just knew that we were entertaining. So I didn't even think it would ever like take off. It's like when Lost Prophets started taking us on tours and stuff, I was like, oh, they're just doing this because we're friends and I'm funny, like. And then it ended up people actually genuinely did enjoy the music, which was bizarre to me, but cool, I guess, because I got to live a dream, like. So yeah, that was probably it. King's College, London. We spent all of our fee. This is a running theme in the Blackout. We spent all of our fee from that show on 18 guitar cabs. We had 18 guitar cabs on stage, right? It doesn't fit 18 guitar cabs, by the way. We had 18 guitar cabs on stage. Literally had an inch either side of our cymbals, between the guitar cabs and our drummer cymbal, and we had so many strobes, right, that at one point Bob closed his eyes and he couldn't tell if his eyes were open or closed, and he didn't know where he was anymore.
Jesus Christ.
But then you mentioned the Astoria. When we did the Astoria, we spent all our fee on ramps because it was such a big room. We were like, oh, let's get ramps and stuff like that. And literally, I ran up to see Snoz once, and I was like, I won't see you for the rest of the gig. I'm not doing that again. Fuck that. But yeah, we did Reading one year, and we spent all our fee having stormtroopers with us. They followed us around the festival. It actually got us a lot more press than we had booked. So, and that's not why we did it. We did it because we just wanted to have stormtroopers on stage and come on to the Death March and have Bob dressed up as Darth Vader, as you do. So yeah, we are renowned for spending the majority of our money on production to make it a good night.
But it clearly worked, because I think I've lost count, Sean, the amount of times I've seen you guys live. I've actually lost count. I absolutely loved the Welsh scene back in the day. I grew up in Cheltenham, which is obviously just over the bridge. I now live in your wonderful country.
Yes.
I used to come over the border all the time to come and see you guys, come and see Prophets, Funeral for a Friend. Like, I just loved that scene so much. And I think I remember the Stormtroopers. It was a festival, wasn't it?
Yeah, Reading. Yeah, it was a Reading one year.
Yeah, I was there for that. Like, it just, you had some absolute bangers. Like, I'm not, and I don't mean to suck your dick, but High Tide Baby, absolutely, yeah, fair enough. It's High Tide Baby is absolutely fucking phenomenal. Children of the Night, Murder in the Make Believe Ballroom, Save Ourselves, Higher and Higher, I absolutely loved. And you're in that fucking music video with that truck, and you're flying about. Like, were you actually driving with you flying about the place, or what?
No. I was completely static for the whole time, the whole filming. There was a bit of shaking from the outside, I think. Sorry to crush dreams. And also, I'm going to do it again now. Also, Hyro isn't a 2D advertisement either. He's actually a real person, so he wasn't actually talking or rapping on the side of that van. But the fella doing the flips did all the flips, like Damien Walters. So basically, that idea for that video came about because I found him on YouTube. I think it was. He's got a show reel anyway. It might have been 2011, 2010 or something like that. And he just does mad shit It was like a mixture of parkour and gymnastics. And we were like, we should definitely have him in a video. And that was it. Then we were like, right, we've got to base an whole video now around we've got this man. Can we now make up a video idea? So yeah, that's how that came about. That was a good one. Thank you. I appreciate it.
No, not at all. I love the idea of him running around and in the video just stopping and going, parkour, and then carrying on.
Parkour! Yeah. Well, apparently they told us, because we weren't there all day filming when they were doing his part, they were saying that he couldn't really keep still, and like he'd be standing there and all of a sudden he'd just go and just do a backflip and just be from feet to feet, like, yeah, there you go. Imagine being that fucking skilled that you're like, oh, I'm bored, I'm just going to do a backflip. I don't always be doing backflip. I'd be in constant state of motion, I think.
You doing it now?
Sean, stop it, will you? Stop it. You know. All right, give me 2 seconds and enjoy it.
I see you go around and you're talking every time your face gets to the camera, you'd say something else, disappear, come back again, talk.
All right. Yeah. How's it going?
My favourite thing about that Higher and Higher video is I remember watching that on Kerrang back in the day, and right at the end of the video, you walk out of the truck and just go, fuck here now. And I was like, that's not on TV.
Yeah. Well, I did that because they weren't really yeah, I don't know if you can hear it, but you can see that I say it. And
so clear.
I purposely did that. Oh, fuck. It was something like thank fuck or for fuck's sake or something like that.
Yeah, what was it?
I did it in because I knew comedy-wise that there was probably going to be sound over that, whatever. But if you just look at me, you're going to see me swearing live on TV. So the fact they made it in was fucking brilliant. But yeah, we did another video for a song called The Storm, where I was underwater for it. And I thought that the production team would have like divers and stuff to make me have the ability to, I don't know, maybe breathe underwater.
Might be nice.
No, man. I was just in a suit, in a baths, in a swimming pool, genuinely drowning. It was fucking terrifying. But yeah. So yeah, what else have we done video-wise? Never by Your Side. We were too close to fire for hours. That was fun. What else have we? Yeah, we've done some mad stuff.
I'm trying to
so we shouldn't have been. Yeah, we shouldn't have been allowed to.
Does it start the party? It's in Ibiza or something like that. Yeah.
Start the party and running scared. We went to Ibiza with Matthew Pritchard, which I can tell you right now is an absolute fucking treat, because wherever he goes, he drinks for free, and he's an absolute fucking maniac, and he literally started the party wherever we went. So yeah, it was fucking wild. Like at 4:00, Bob had to walk off to have a tactical spew so he could carry on. Because we were in Pike's Hotel in Ibiza, and that's where Freddie Mercury used to stay, which means Pritch loves it because Pritch loves all things Freddie Mercury. And I believe that night, somebody broke Freddie Mercury's bed. But yeah, I won't name him, but it was definitely Pritch.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, that was a fucking brilliant one. Yeah, that was wild because we just got to fucking hang out in fucking Ibiza for 2 days. Oh, was it 2 days? 3 days maybe, and we shot 2 videos. We once shot 2 videos as well, Save Ourselves and Children in the Night. We shot in LA in 20 hours. We did both videos for 20 hours in the same place. And it turned out that room that we shot those 2 videos in, it was like a massive warehouse. That was also the room that that I realized that Take It Back Sunday recorded Make Damn Sure in. Is a big, they got a video with like a big fan.
Yeah.
It's got a big fan, and the bassist falls over and all that shit, and he's swinging a mic on his neck and all that. With that big fan was like behind the Children of the Night set. That room with a big fan, yeah. So yeah, mad how all these things kind of connect.
Yeah, absolutely. Were you a fan of making videos, or did you get like, fuck, I can't be dealing with this?
Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. It's just it can be long and boring, I guess. But at the end, you can't complain. It's better than fucking doing a 9 to 5 job. So shut the fuck up, anybody who complains about doing music videos when other people have genuinely got fucking actual hard work jobs. Like,
fair point.
You know, it's don't get me wrong, it's sitting about a lot, but it's not like you can't check your phone or you can't have a laptop with you or you can't be watching something on the slide. Like, so yeah, it's just I don't mind the video. I just if it's anything to do with the music and performing, I like it. So I'm all for them.
Speaking of loving music and performing, what I can imagine was a major career highlight for you. Everything we know about you is 2010. You went on tour with Limp Bizkit. Can you remember getting that invite and she'd be like, "Holy fuck!"
Yeah, yeah. I remember where were we? I want to say we were in Germany at the time at like a punk festival. Yeah, we did a punk festival that was in Germany. For some reason, they invited us on Thursday, right? So the Blackout on Thursday were both there going, why are we here? This is strange. And everybody else in shorts and got trumpets and that. And we're like, what the fuck's going on? We're all dressed in black, somber. Why the fuck are we at this punk festival? And then, yeah, we had a phone call. It was a phone call or email off our booking agent at the time, Sean Goulden. And he said, good news for you. You've been offered the Limp Bizkit tour in Europe. Bad news is you're going to be losing 18 grand. Basically, by the end of it, with costs of like running the bus and all that shit. Do you want to do it? So I replied instantly, going, yes, of course, I fucking do want to do it. And yeah, that happened. And yeah, they invited us out on tour with them. At the time, my display picture was me with a big blonde helmet hair, but I had blood running down my face because I'd been smashing my head with my microphone. So I had blood down my face. And as we walked into the first aeroplane hangar of the tour, because that's what it was like leisure centres and aeroplane hangars with Limp Bizkit. Come on down. And yeah, so we turned up the first date, and Fred Durst was on stage, and he went, "Hey, Sean, I love your Twitter picture, man." And I was like, "Boys, he knows who I am. My life is complete." So yeah, that was fucking unbelievable. That tour was great. We didn't expect to even fucking talk to them or meet them, and they couldn't have been nicer. At one point, I made a joke about telling John Otter to fuck off out of a dressing room because he was in it more than he was in his own. But he took us to the massive bridge, didn't he, over and over again, so he's allowed to do that. And yeah, that tour was fucking absolutely magic. I remember Sam Rivers, a couple of dates in, was like, "You guys are doing better than almost every other support band we've ever had, because by now they're normally being booed or just not having a good time." And he's like, "It doesn't matter if they're hip hop, if they're new metal, if they're metal." He's like, "Our fans don't tend to, like, they're here for Limp Bizkit, and that is it."
Yeah.
But yeah, we ended up winning a lot of them over. We were playing a song called "Spread Legs, Not Lies," which I said to Sam Rivers, "How come you guys don't play Pollution from the first album?" And he said, "Because you're already playing it." And that was basically a nod to the fact that "Spread Legs, Not Lies" is the exact same opening riff as fucking Pollution. It's not far off at all. But the fact that Sam Rivers went, "Because you're already playing it," and we were like, "Oh, you have watched us. Fair enough. We've been caught." But yeah, it was good. It was a fucking dream come true. And then I mention on every podcast I'm on, but yeah, if you YouTube Limp Bizkit and the Blackout, there's a video of me singing Counterfeit with Limp Bizkit, and it was literally a dream come true. I don't know of another band that I could have performed with that I loved more than I loved Limp Bizkit. Like I've sang with Lost Prophets, I've sang with Limp Bizkit. There's no other bands I love who I could Face No More, but that wouldn't happen because I'm awful at singing any of those Face No More songs, and so yeah, it just wouldn't happen. So there's no, I completed it. I completed singing guesting with my favorite band.
That's amazing. Didn't that Limp Bizkit thing come along because you wrote Fred a letter or something?
Yeah. So yeah, we'd been on that tour for like 12 days, and I was being a bit cheeky, so I wrote a letter that said, and I remember it verbatim. Dear Limp Bizkit, the Blackout year, you might remember us from the last 12 shows. Is there any chance of you playing the Rock Mosh Anthem Counterfeit, as none of us have seen you guys play it live? No worries if not. Thank you very much. Love from the Blackout. And I give it to Fred's bodyguard, because Fred was downstairs already sound checking. So I give it to his bodyguard, thinking his bodyguard will read this, call me pathetic, and then rip it up. And then we were in our dressing room, we had a knock on the door, and it was Gabe, who is Fred's personal assistant. And he knocked the door and said, "Oh, Limp Bizkit want to see you downstairs." And I was like, "Oh, boys, I think I've got us kicked off the tour." Because we were sick. We were fucking sick of people going, play stuff off your first EP. You know, the bits where the songs don't make sense and it's just they all just happen to be in the same key. So I was expecting them to go, "Boys, we've got fucking chocolate starfish, man. Why do you need things off $3 bill?" And we got there, and Fred went, "If we're going to do the song, you got to sing it, man." I was like, "All right, yeah." So he handed me a wireless microphone, and he said, "The old man TV's in the middle." He had like an auto cue. So if you can see Limp Bizkit now, he's always got like 3 monitors in front of him. One by there, one by there, one by there. And the middle one is a auto cue, where he's got a guy on the side who's scrolling through the lyrics like that, which is a mad job. You think by now this automation, like an AI should be able to do this for him, but no, apparently not. And so I did like the most virgin thing you could ever do, right? No offense to any virgin. I stepped over the TV and I looked him in his face and I went, "I was born to do this."
Yes.
Dead
God,
serious, like a virgin, like. And then I proceeded to do an impression of Fred Durst at Fred Durst for 4 minutes. So yeah, it was good. It was real good. It's the time of my life, really. And yeah, 2 videos of us. We did it 2 nights. We did it that first night in Hamburg, and then the second one was in Norway or Denmark, I think. Copenhagen, I think it was. And then on the last day, we turned up and Limp Bizkit cancelled the gig and went home. So we didn't even get to say bye. It was the weirdest ending to a tour we've ever had. Yeah, very sad. But yeah. And I went to see him in Gunnersbury the other day. And I thought, this is fucking classy in Limp Bizkit in 2023. Let's go buy a hoodie so I will always remember this. And then I got to the merch stand and Limp Bizkit was selling exactly 0 merchandise items. They were playing a gig to 30,000 people and I hadn't thought of getting a single fucking t-shirt made. And that sent me blood red mad. Like, I think it's because they did merch not long ago, or the last batch of merch they did, some people complained it wasn't good quality. So Fred's decided not to make himself hundreds of thousands of pounds anymore. Doesn't make sense, like, you fucking maniac. He's a chocolate starfish, like. He could do what he wants. Yeah.
I'll tell you what is absolutely unbelievable. 250 episodes of Sappenin Podcast. Unbelievable, yes. Sean.
Yes, absolutely it is.
Incredible.
250 weeks in a row. I really wish we hadn't decided to do it weekly. I really wish it was fucking twice a month or once a month maybe. But yeah, so and also we've run out of our backlog now as well, because normally we keep a few in the bag, you know, to get them out if needs be. And yeah, we've caught up. So after this now, as soon as we finish, I have to go and speak straight away to Cassidy Pope. So she'll be this week's guest as well, I'd imagine, because we've got nobody else. So but yeah, it's mad. I can't believe it. I started it because I tell this to every guest we have on in the beginning. I started it because I was a front man in a band that did surprisingly well for 10 years, and then we got found out. And then when the band quit, I had to do a frontman job, because frontmen can only do certain jobs, can't they? They can either be a tattooist, but I can't draw. A barber, look at my haircut choices. I shouldn't be allowed to make other people's haircut choices, right? Or you start a podcast. So I had to go for the last option, didn't I? So yeah, I thought, well, I got some stories. I'm quite funny. I got a daft accent. People like a regional accent. I got a friend called Morgan who works in Radio Cardiff. He'll have all of the gear and all of the idea how to start a podcast. And then we got together and he had neither of those things. So it was very worrying in the beginning, but we managed it. We literally punk rocked it. Like our first festival year, we went to Samdang and we were taking an old laptop with us, right? A 12 channel mixing desk, right? It's about that fucking big, right? Loads of wires that would plonk it into the fucking thing. Loads of mics. Every time we recorded a podcast and finished it, the laptop was so shit it would take an hour to save anything we recorded. Yeah, we were doing it so punk rock. We were just doing it to see. We were like, oh, it can't be that hard, can it? And yeah, we kept going until we had the idea of doing a Patreon, and then luckily, then the Patreon ended up with people giving it, making it a job, I guess. And then I ultimately bought some good gear to record equipment. I mean, not cocaine. And yeah, it's been doing all right. It's been doing all right. And yeah, like I said, we've spoken to some people we never thought we'd get to speak to. We spoke to fucking people from all over the world. We spoke to fucking wrestlers, comedians, film stars, fucking drag race stars. We had fucking Trixie Mattel and Katia on, who I didn't realize how much of a big deal they were at the time. But they're quite a big deal. They were fucking awesome. Yeah, it's been fucking mad. It's been a journey. And yeah, the one I'm probably most proud of is episode 54 with Stuart Richardson of Lost Prophets. I know I've mentioned Lost Prophets a lot, but this is the thing, nobody is anymore. And this is what I wanted to do with episode 54 of the podcast, was clean some shit off the rest of that name. Because it was one man's fucking absolutely disgusting, abhorrent crimes that did that, and the other 5 had absolutely no idea. So the fact that Stu got to tell his side of the story, got to tell a story about the time he beat Watkins up for just missing a Warped Tour show, and that's going to make you think, well, if he's beating him up for missing a 30-minute show that doesn't matter in America, if he had any idea what this man was doing, they would have turned him into a pink mist. Like, they'd have fucking shattered him. Like, so yeah, getting to put that episode out, and then the response to that episode with so many people like thinking the rest of the band knew what the fuck he was up to, and then hearing they obviously didn't or whatever, and hearing Stu's side of the story really, really helped some other people as well. And some people needed closure as well, who were like going through therapy for stuff because of Lost Prophets being their favourite band or whatever, or because they knew them or any of the shit. So yeah, that was probably my favourite episode, just because we got to talk and clean some shit. Because I wouldn't have anything that I've got if it wasn't for Lost Prophets existing. So we wouldn't be having this conversation now. And I don't know if you guys would like the things you like now if it wasn't for Lost Prophets as well. Because they inspired so much. Even if you don't like say you were like just the bring me the Horizon fan in the world, right? And you ate Lost Prophets, right? You wouldn't have Bring Me the Horizon without Lost Prophets, because Ollie loved Lost Prophets at one point. So yeah, it's just they need to be seen as the inspirational fucking unit that they were. Like I said earlier, if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't have known about any of the people you know about in South Wales era then.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's my proudest episode, I think. What's your best episode you've done so far, boys? Mine is this, obviously.
I mean, go on, Jane. I mean, it is hard. Probably Rab himself from Jackass. I think that's one of our.
Nice.
Oh, that was nice. I think we laughed more than we spoke. I think that was one of the highlights. And another personal favourite is Noel McNeil, who's the director of Sesame Street and Bear in the Big Blue House.
What? That's class.
Really good friends of the show. So yeah, that's my personal anyway.
Nice.
It's so hard. Like, I think one of my favourites will all stand out will be Sylvia Lancaster, Sophie's mum. Because we're so out of our comfort zone. Like, how do you talk to we talk to people about metal music and film and stuff like that. It's like, oh, let's talk about to a woman whose daughter was murdered. But it was such an inspirational conversation, and I was so worried I was going to put my foot straight in my mouth with any old comment, but it went so well. So that will always be a highlight to me.
Yeah,
there's so damn many. There is so many. Like, we've done over 200 interviews now, and it's just nuts.
Oh, nice! Congratulations, and fucking hell. It's only a couple more, you would have overtaken us. In fact, stop this one right now. You're not putting this one out because you're not catching up with us. But no, this is the thing, you see. Like, I know a lot of, well, I can't say a lot of people. I know people who are in podcasts, who are in podcasting world, who are podcasters, who are so bitter about other podcasts, right? And other podcasts doing well, that I just don't get it. It's like there's room for everyone. There's literally room for everyone. But yeah, people won't do other people's podcasts because they're rivals and shit like that. And that to me is mad. Like, surely let's all just fucking work together and cross out fucking fan bases and all just have a fucking laugh and a good time.
That sounds good, amazing. I've got the idea now. The Anchorman scene where the news people come to fight each other. That's like that.
You got fucking. Yeah, I turn up with a fucking trident, and then fucking Craig Reynolds turns up, and from the downbeat, he's got fucking Slipknot behind him. Or fucking some mad fellow who can count real quick to 7, or fucking whatever drum nonsense he's talking about that week. And then who else do we have? Matt Stocks. He's just brought some stocks just to put people in and whip them. And
Mark Woodgett.
Mark Woodgett. Mark and me on his own. That'll be weird.
It's just me.
These 2 little dogs.
Yeah. Oh, I love his dogs. I love his dog. No, I love him more than I love his dogs, but I do love his dogs. No, I got a lot of time for Mark. Who else? And then on Wednesdays we were black turn up, beating up to death with bras. Not bras. Depends on it wouldn't be a bad scrap, I reckon. I wonder who'd win. I think money would probably
Mark, yeah.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. But I think the money would probably on Craig Reynolds, because he's muscly, but how tall is he though? I don't think he's that tall, is he? And there's 2 we got to think Mark is on his own, right? Matt Stocks is on his own, Craig Reynolds is on his own. On Wednesdays we're Black come as a tag team. Sean and Morgan come as a tag team. And we've also watched more wrestling than the others, I'd like to think. So therefore, we've got tag team moves that we could use as well. So the double clothesline, for example.
I was going to say, speaking of wrestling, I just finished listening to the Ruby Soho episode.
Oh,
2 things from that. That move you came up with the Ruby leg lock, is the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Thank you. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
And also, are you over the fact that Doyle hates wrestling yet?
I just hate Doyle, I think. I never really liked, the Misfits, right? Greatest logo of all time, right?
Yep.
Gotta be one of the worst bands. Fucking awful, dreadful. Sounds like shit, productions and people are like, oh, it's punk rock. Or, yeah, terrible sounding punk rock. It's awful. It sounds like it's recorded in a bag. It's crap. Mother. That's not cool, bro. You're singing about your mum. Put a song out, Mom. Like, people are like, what the fuck's wrong with it? Like, I'd be called a sissy if I did that. But for some reason, Tiny Glenn Danzig does it. He's some sort of fucking goth god forever. Like, looking like the fellow with no neck from that fucking 90 Day Fiancé, whatever it's called. The mad fucker. Yeah, I like that Ruby Soho one. She's one who didn't fucking share it, man.
Not.
So yeah, I'll call her out right here now, so me and her go fight it all in next year, right? This bitch, right? No. So basically, she had a good time on her podcast. I know she had a good time on her podcast, right? And she was talking about how she feels like she doesn't really know about like the punk hierarchy and all this stuff, and she was worried about being bullied, like by the punks. And I was like, "You're friends with fucking Rancid, love. You've literally You've completed punk rock. If you're friends with Rancid and anybody you know likes punk says anything to you, you just go, yeah, but I know Rancid. And it's over. You win.
Yeah.
I told her this, and she was like, oh yeah. Like, so I opened her eyes to her not being this little shy punk thing, and she's got this thing where she's fucking, oh yeah, I'm friends with fucking Rancid. I thought, oh, that's left an impression now that come Friday, she's gonna press retweet, isn't she? Wrong. No fucking chance. Ruby. Oh. Yeah. I had that idea for the move literally just before we went live with her. I was like, Morgan, I've got an idea for a move. It sounds awful, but if I can somehow explain it to her in a good way, it might be all right, actually. But she didn't use it anyway, because she was in London for about 4 seconds, according to the all-in footage I saw. So but yeah, we got some wicked wrestlers. We've had some good people involved with all that. Kip Sabian was a fucking dream, just because we'd never met, we'd never spoken before. We got about 80% into the podcast. I said, were you listening to? And he was like, me and Andy, the butcher, have been talking about a band called the Blackout lately. And I was like, ha ha ha! Do you know how I know you're lying? And he was like, what? And I was like, how I know you're lying about that? I see what you're trying to do, and I appreciate it. But if Andy, from Every Time I Die, listened to the Blackout, he would fucking hate it. He wouldn't be talking about it to you. And he just started laughing. But yeah, I made a friendship with him. That was so cool that a week before All In, he messaged me saying, Sean, I've got one spare friends and family ticket left for All In. Would you like to come? And I replied, going, I can't go without Morgan, really. He was like, you're a good friend. And I was like, yeah. And then I had COVID anyway, so I couldn't have gone because I was nearly dead. Yeah, I was nearly CM Punk's career. Fucking idiot. What a mad prick, like.
Didn't Morgan go?
Yeah, Morgan fucking went. Yeah, Morgan went.
I saw him.
Yeah, bastard. Yeah. I don't doubt he went on. I don't know this, right? But if I find out that he went and got tickets off the back of the podcast when I wasn't told that the podcast had any tickets, I'll fucking murder him. But yeah. So yeah, I was going to go, but then turned it down because I didn't want to go without Morgan. Then Morgan went with his girlfriend. So, yeah, that's cool. It was a good event, very good event as well.
It was unreal.
I paid £17 on YouTube to watch it. So that was fun. Yeah. But yeah, great event. Absolutely fucking fabulous. Yeah. Glad to see my friend Grado even got involved.
Love a bit of Grado.
Yeah, big fan of Grado.
But just taking it back to the music. 2019, you formed Raiders with James.
Yeah.
What made you want to get back into the world of music after the taking a break?
I never wanted to stop, basically. So I was the only one in the Blackout when everybody else had left. What I should have done is got 5 other people who wanted to be in the Blackout and just carried on with Sean Smith and the Blackouts. But yeah, took some time off. Finished in 2015. Then I was lost. I was genuinely lost. I had not, because all of a sudden I was. Sean Smith used to be in the Blackout. And it's like, well, what's my transferable skills? Oh, you can yell like fuck. Okay, foreman on a building site, maybe. What's the fucking, like? Yeah. Oh, you can stand in front of 90,000 people and sing out of tune. Like, it's not a skill. It's not a transferable skill. Can't become a plumber because I can command a fucking audience at Reading Festival. Like, it doesn't. So I was lost. So luckily for Matthew Pritchard existing, Matthew Pritchard gave me a job at his Sleep When You're Dead barbers in Cardiff as like the shop front of house, so manager or whatever it is. So I did that for a little bit. And then I just had the fucking... Oh, I went to see a band in Swansea, and I won't name them because I'm friends with them, and they used to be a very, very popular band, and it's dwindled a bit. But me and my girlfriend went to see a band in Swansea that we both liked, and it turned up, and it was about 45 people there watching them. And they played a song that I didn't know, But I thought to myself, I could go up there now and take that microphone and not know any of this song, and I can make this a better event. I can go and entertain these people better than these people are right now. And then I realized, I was like, I need to fucking start a band. Like, I need to let out this fucking pent up fucking aggression and shit I've got in me out. So, if you check out Raiders now, Raiders are a lot more miserable than the Blackout ever was. And yeah, tends to be a bit more less pop song structure-y vibed, and it's more just about writing what's in the room and what we feel in the room or whatever. And so I got in touch with Bob James, and I said, I know you've got riffs, so let's fucking get some out then. And then we spent 18 months searching for a fucking bassist. We had two people who literally who said they joined. 2 weeks later, they were going to come to their first practice after learning the songs, and they didn't show up on the day. So we ended up asking our friend Ryan, or Stix's friend Ryan, who's now our friend Ryan. I made that sound like I wasn't friends with him. Not friends with my own bassist, like, yeah. Then Stix asked some fucking loser who I haven't spoken to since he's joined the band to play bass. Ryan or something like that, I think his name is. I don't know. He travels separately to me. But it's just been a bit of fun, to be honest. I remember Stix early on, our drummer, saying he thought this was probably going to be his last chance to be in a touring band and to kind of live his dream. It's just, we knew starting this band that it wasn't going to be like a full-time thing like the Blackout ever was, but we thought we'd get to play some shows and do some cool stuff. And we've done a couple of bits of that so far. I'm also involved in a music documentary around it as well, and how it's called The Price of Music so far. And it's about how music's not worth anything anymore, and you literally write songs and record songs now to tour, sell t-shirts. You're basically a fashion brand who has music to sell tickets to come to your fashion shows. All that's going on, but we're not, it's not our main thing. It's not the thing we're putting before family, friends, jobs and stuff like that. We're just doing it when we can. And just writing songs that mean stuff to us personally, and we're not making them broad so they kind of fit for everyone, I guess. But I've enjoyed it so far. It's been lots of fun. We've got a video out for our song Animal, which has been shadow banned by YouTube because I blow my brains out with a gun in it. I can see why, I guess. But
great video.
Thanks. I enjoyed it. I'm super glad we paid a lot of money for it not to be seen by many people. So it's going well. It's going well.
But let's talk about, I've just noticed the time, so I know you do have other engagements. Before we get out of here, though, we do need to talk about the fact the Blackout are back.
Yes.
The announcement came out in June, but how long ago did these conversations start? How long has this been in the pipeline?
Well, if you believe in God, right? Either are you religious?
No.
Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. I was going to question everything you... Anyway, in November 2019, we started having a bit of a chat, and we were like, next year is the 5th anniversary since we split up. So should we do some shows at the end of March? Well, if you are religious, right? You two are not, obviously, but you might have some listeners who are and watchers who are religious. What happened there was November 2019, I realized I might be happy again for the first time in nearly 5 years, right? Come the March. What God did was, God said, Sean's going to be happy again. Okay. Well, here's a virus that means nobody can leave the house for at least 2 years. So, absolutely crushed my happiness. But then, so we left that and we're like, fuck that, that's off then. And then, just kind of, we had a conversation back last year and we were like, look, none of us are getting any younger. Our crowd is not getting any younger and is probably dwindling as well. if we're going to do it, probably now's the time. Let's try and do a couple of shows, is it? So yeah, we agreed to that. We got in touch with festivals. Download came back with the best offer, and yeah, we got to do Download, which was amazing. And also we got to do the week of Download. We got to play our hometown. So we played our last show in Merthyr Tydfil. Our last two shows are in Merthyr Tydfil on a tour called This Is It, Is It? So it was like a piss take of the Michael Jackson thing. This is it. But we want to make it sound super Welsh. This is it? Is it? What? Why are you asking a question? This is it? Is it? So, yeah, our tour coming back in February now is called Wasn't It? Was it? Which is super Welsh. But yeah, we're coming back and the fucking tickets are fucking flying out. Cardiff has sold out. Manchester got upgraded to Academy 1, which is way too fucking big. We were previously, so a week before we went live with the dates, we were offered for a Birmingham show for the Institute 2, which is like 600 capacity, which I said no to, because historically we do quite well in Birmingham. Like, I'm not blowing my own trumpet, but, you know, if we could get a slightly bigger room than that, yeah. So the promoter come back next week going, oh yeah, tour's all sorted. These are the shows you're definitely playing. And I was like, you've gone from a 600 capacity room, and I know I said we do historically well, right? But you've moved us up to a 3,000 capacity room, and that's fucking huge. So, yeah. So, if you've got any friends in Birmingham, please tell them to pick up tickets for the Blackout in the Academy, and to put as much weight on as they can and stand as far away from each other as they can to fill up as much space as we can in the Academy, please.
So I'm so pissed off because the date of the Blackout Birmingham show is my wife's birthday. I was like, oh, do you want to go see the Blackout for your birthday? She's like, not really. I was like, motherfucker.
Yeah, well, that's you. Well, you shouted your own name. You're technically a motherfucker, I guess.
I mean, technically, yes.
Yeah. They're motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah. Tell her it's over. Just come along.
Sorted. Done.
Yeah.
I'll divorce her. Sorted. There you go.
Yeah. Well, there you go. There you go. No. Well, it's a shame, but yeah. Yeah, but all the shows are doing really well. We're working on support right now, but of course, in full Blackout fashion. Now that we're doing these big shows, yeah, we can afford a good support. What's happened is all of the money for Americans has gone up. So, like, just over the last couple of weeks, flights have gone up like £1,000 or whatever for bands. So every American band coming over wants loads and loads and loads of money. So we were trying to work on like a nostalgic package. So, like, you know, us and another band that is doing quite well, but was doing quite well as well back when we were about. So yeah, we haven't done out about them for a while, and then they got back to us and said they wanted like fucking a lot of money per show, and yeah, we just couldn't really do it. So yeah, at the moment we're still looking about. We're still sending emails out to see what costs of people are, but yeah, I did try Head Automatica. I did want Head Automatica to come out.
Oh,
yeah, which would have been class, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Real.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think they can. It's just sad. But I should be having Dal Plumbo on my podcast very, very soon, and he's one of my heroes. Rastro, that would be a band I need to sing with that I haven't sung with yet.
There you go. There you go. We've added to the list.
Yes, but yes. So yeah, go to theblackupband.com. Check out the dates on there. Please buy a ticket. That's it, really, I guess.
I'm going to. The Cardiff show sold out already, so I was like, I have to go somewhere else. So yeah, I'll come to Birmingham. I'll try and
thank you. Thank you. Yes, we'll stand as wide as you can.
I shall.
Starfish. And yeah, if you mosh in a circle, that should keep everyone. So yeah, well, let me know if you want to come, and I'll sort it out or whatever.
Oh, you don't have to do that, but I'm definitely going to come.
No. Yeah, cool. Wicked. Yeah, I'll sort it out. Just no Jamie's missus, like. There's no Mrs. Westwood.
No.
Jim, any relation to Big Tim?
No, but I did used to tell people he was my uncle when I was younger, just to get a
You don't want to know
reaction.
anymore, though, do you?
No, not since those things came out. That stopped very quickly.
Yeah. I
Even
used to
then,
love him as well. I used to love him as well. I froze once. I went to Radio 1 with the Blackout because we were doing like single promotion or whatever. And he was in a room and a man walked past me, came out of the room, walked past me. And I was like, oh my God, that's Tim Westwood in there. And he was like, yeah, it is, man. I was like, oh, cool. And he walked past and I was like, that was David Hasselhoff. I was more chuffed to see Tim Westwood than I was recognizing David Hasselhoff, which is, another wild one. But he's fucked now, isn't he, Tim? I think.
Yeah, he is. Good old Uncle Tim is a bit of a dick. Well, to be fair, I was telling everyone he's a dick before he came out. He was a dick. It's fine.
Well, yeah. My creepy Uncle Tim. Jamie must have known. See, Jamie must have known.
Oh, I must have.
Got the same surname as him. What?
He's always trying to pimp my ride. Anyway,
nice.
Before we let our wonderful guest go, do you have any more questions, Mr. Stevens?
I thought it was really fucking cool that you've had like Winston McCall from Parkway Drive, Dan Marsala from Stir of the Year, and Sully Erner from Godsmack.
That was a mad one. That just happened by coincidence because he was at Download and his press people come on to us. Oh, do you want to do Sully? And I was like, yeah. And then he walked over and I was like, how far away is he? And it turns out he was really close to me. He's just tiny. I was like, he's like 5'2". Yeah. We took a photo. I was basically doing the splits in it so I could get in there with him. Don't tell him it's so because he'll fucking jump up and punch me in the knee. But yeah, I liked him. He was cool. Who else did you mention there?
Dan Marsala.
Yeah, Dan with the Curry surname. He was cool. And what was it with the first one?
Winston.
Oh, Winston. One of my favourites. I love Winston. We'd never met prior to doing the podcast with him. And the first one was so fucking fun. That he invited us back again and we had a great laugh again. And I think I give him the term flazers, which he uses now, which is flame lasers, because Parkway Drive used so many pyrotechnics.
He mentioned that in the documentary they did, I think.
What,
the
flazers
thing? I'm pretty sure he does, yeah. I swear.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Oh, bro,
yeah, I've got some vague recollection.
Bro, if he have, I am fucking sending him an invoice for the use of the word flazers, like flame laser. I come up with that. I was like, bro, have you got them fucking flazers? He's like, what do you mean? I was like, the flame lasers, they'll just shoot out. And he was like, oh, that's amazing. I was like, it's just putting two words together. It's not even difficult. But lovely, brilliant chap, unbelievable band, but don't wear flip-flops on stage, innit?
Why would you do that?
Yeah, they did that for years. Like, they were mad about flip-flops on stage. Thongs, they call them, don't they? Which is worse, really. Don't call them that.
Yes.
Don't call them that, and don't wear them. So, two things, like, yeah.
Did you ever get your Steve Vai honey?
Oh, fuck no.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, so no, we haven't yet. We do get an update. I do an update now and again. I will ask Morgan live if we've got any Steve Vai honey, but no, we haven't had it yet, which is a shame because I just want to see it and then try and have a good guitar and see if that's the secret ingredient, or perhaps if I smear it on my fingers. Imagine if you found out Tim Ensign from Polyphia, his fingers were made of Steve Vai's honey. It would make sense, wouldn't it? Like, we'd be like, oh yeah, that does. I suppose, yeah, it's probably right. But
see you
was
on
cool. Yeah, Steve Vai was awesome. We had him on the podcast, and because I thought, I know nothing about guitar at all. Morgan knows very little about guitar. This is going to be a fucking nightmare. Like, listen, what can we talk about? And he ended up at one point. So I said to him, I was like, "Oh, you've got that fucking 5-headed guitar, haven't you?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, the Hydra. Here it is. Aha! Just put it on." And he played for 10 minutes for me and Morgan. And after we finished, I was like, "Morgan, we had a free Steve Vai gig, right? That neither of us appreciated the way anybody who can play guitar would have appreciated that." Like, the fact that you played one chord and that sounded good, I was like, well, you've won. Yeah, you can play guitar. I get it. When he starts doing all this fucking shit, right? Like, all that stuff. I was like, bro, you won at a chord. It's like skateboarders, right? I don't get skateboarding, right? Because standing up on it is fucking solid, right? To me, if you can do that, that's real hard. Doing all the flips and like, I can't even comprehend that. Like, I see him doing it, I'm like, yeah, man, but you're standing on it. That's nuts. So all this fucking guitar trickery and stuff, I just like, that might be great, but well done, I think.
I love the idea that if you smeared all the honey over yourself and then all of a sudden in the new Blackout tour next year, you came out with a circular guitar with necks all the way round.
Oh, nice.
You're just like spinning it like, yeah.
On a belt buckle, like the old WWE spinner belt, though, but on a belt buckle, but with different necks. So I'd have to stand dead straight at all times, otherwise you would chop my fucking face off. Like, I don't know if it'll work, Tom.
But I just, you become a magician. It'd be amazing if that was the case, though.
I'm not trying.
What is? Yeah, absolutely. What is next for you, Sean? Other than the talk up in February, is there anything that you could talk about? Anything in the works?
There's some Raiders gigs coming up. We're playing Misery Loves Company Festival in Bristol, the 30th of September, I believe that is. Don't quote me on that. Check out at Raiders Band UK to find out the details for that. Also, we're playing Gloucester at the Cobblestones in Bridgewater. Love playing there for Halloween, which I believe is the 28th. The gig's the 28th. I know the Halloween is the 31st. Which is they're going to have flame girls and boys. So that's people with flames and me playing a gig at the same time. So I probably, if you want to see entertainment / a man on fire, come and have a look at that gig on the 28th of October. What else is there? My birthday is December the 29th. Why did I fucking say the wrong date? Oh, no, I'm considering putting on a rock concert for my birthday, December 30th, because it's a big birthday for me. So that might be something to look out for. Other than that, follow the Blackout on stuff, follow Raiders on stuff, please, and check out Sappenin Podcast, my podcast, which comes out every fucking Friday.
Incredible. Sean, thank you so much, my friend. This has been absolutely amazing.
No worries. Thank you for having me. Like I said, at Trees. No, I really enjoyed it at Trees. So, yeah, I was really excited about doing this, and I'm glad we can make it happen. I'm sorry we had to do it a little bit earlier than sorted, okay. But bloody Cassidy, these rock stars, this bloody Cassidy Pope, she couldn't do any other time. So I'm going to go straight off this now and then finish talking about myself, being really hyped up, and then talk to a woman about herself. So let's see how that goes.
Yeah, but seriously, thank you so much again. Oh, go on.
Before we go, look, you can't see it, luckily, because I've got a blur background effect on. But this is what I make all my notes for the podcast for. And it literally looked, I'm almost glad you can't see it, to be honest. It is the scribblings of a maniac, right? I've drawn, I'm glad you can't, John, I'm glad you can't see it.
Closer? Can you go closer? Go closer. See that?
This is lit. No.
Hey!
It's the scribblings of a fucking madman. It's in almost every episode. I've just written random things by people's names and stuff, like Will Vallow, God. All right, nice. I knew that prior to speaking to him, so why did I write that down during the conversation? But yes, so yeah, but thank you for having me, boy. Sorry about that. I just saw it, so I had to show you ADHD live in the flesh.
Oh, we love it. We love it. Incredible. It's great.
Thank you so much, Sean.
Oh, tell you what annoys me. Tell this one to your fucking viewers, right? This is rock and metal, right? That's I love you in international sign language.
Yes, it is.
Stop getting them wrong. Stop. Metal. I see an old man in a metal band doing this, right? It drives me nuts, right? You're literally you're doing a Peter Parker impression. You're not doing metal. I love metal. That's Spider-Man. So grow up. Sorry, that's my last thing I'd have to say. Sorry.
We love it. No, you've nothing to apologise, Sean. It's absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for your time. We've absolutely loved talking to you. And thank you for coming on.
Much. Cheers. No worries. Let's do another one in the future somehow if there's anything else to talk about.
That sounds perfect.
Sounds
great.
Okay.
And good luck with chatting to Cassidy. Hope all goes well.
Thank you. Yeah, I hope it goes well too. I'm worried.
Be fine. You'll be fine, Sean.
Yeah, we'll see now. Yeah, we'll see.
250 episodes, I'm sure.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I do this before everyone. No, I find that before the majority of podcasts, I'm like, I don't want to do this, and as soon as I finish it, I'm like, I'm so glad I did that. Which is basically like everything I do, I suppose. I don't want to wake up again. I woke up again. That's all right. Yeah. Right, I'll let you go. Right, cheers, boys. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you, mate. Take it easy.
Cheers.
See you later.
What a fantastic interview. This was so much damn fun. As I said at the start, everyone go check out. If you can buy tickets to the Blackout tour, go check them out because it's going to be an absolute amazing show. You can almost guarantee it.
Absolutely. I mean, everybody will already listen to Sappenin already anyway because it's fucking massive. Everyone loved the Blackout already anyway because they were fucking massive and now they're back to be fucking massive again. Go and check Raiders out though because I don't even need to like explain it to you. You just need to go watch Raiders and listen to them. Hands down. That's it. Full stop. But Sean, again, thank you so much for taking the time to come and chat with us. It was amazing to have you on and hopefully we could do it all again in the future. And we really hope that you all enjoyed listening to it as much as we did recording it. Oh, I love this transition-y part when you go from the interview straight into the show because I had a thought on the plane on the way to Barcelona that you will absolutely go mental for because it's about poo. So,
yes!
You know, I take the piss and I have a go at you every week because you always bring poo jokes to the show. And I'm like, as funny as it is, on a weekly basis, not so much. Yeah. So, okay. All right. Sorry. On the daily, it's not. But I love the idea. So, you know how obviously, and I have no opinion on this because I know fuck all about it. Everyone's at war at the moment, right? Mm-hmm. Everyone seems to hate everybody and everyone's fighting. So I love the idea. I know this is not the case, but it'd be great if it was. When you use plain toilets, if you push that flush button, that it literally fires that shit out would be fucking amazing. Could you imagine? And obviously it would solidify on the way down and it would probably kill some fuckers. Do you know what I mean?
Probably would, to be fair. That is some very fast moving shit.
I love the idea of being like, are we over water? Are we? We better be over. I better wait till we're over France, and then we're gonna fucking get some shit. Have some of that, you bastards. Do you know what I mean? I like the piss could be like acid rain or something. I don't know, but that was just my thought. I was like, there's obviously some sort of tank or something aboard this vessel that's obviously contains the shit and piss into the. I wonder who has to clear that out. Oh.
Probably not a very fun job.
No. Get the massive fucking hose. There you go. Twist it, like, and then just fucking runs off and pushes the button on the way past. Like Jesus Christ, Michael, is that you? But I just love the thought of being on like firing pellets. Do you know what I mean? Flush. Like because the way how fast it sucks it.
Yeah.
It like and then it just flies out. It like bombs away. Oh!
Some Frenchmen are. We mean no. Oh, fuck.
I'd love if it's landed and he had a baguette and it just lands his plate. He's still chatting away like, oh yes, mademoiselle, monsieur, sacre bleu. And just picks up to eat it. Oh no, I've eaten some shit. I don't know. Anyway, that was the Jamie joke side of things I wanted to bring to the table. That I just thought, something for you. Anyway,
I'm very proud.
There was a great moment. I will get into the cruxy part of Barcelona a bit later on. But there was an amazing bit where Keris was sat, we were chatting, and she was like, oh my God, do you reckon we'll see any salsa or flamenco dancers? I went, sorry. She went, salsa or flamenco dancers? I was like, flamenco dancers? And first of all, did you mean flamenco? And second of all, I love the idea of a flamingo on one leg being like, hey, gringo, hey, ¿cómo estás? Sí. Do you know what I mean? Like, just on one leg being like, flamingo dancers, yes.
I'll be honest, I never knew I needed to see something so much in my life until this very moment. I fucking love flamingos. So the idea of a flamingo dancing like that, what?
I know. I was like, I'm pretty sure you mean flamenco, right?
That poor girl. I can only imagine how quickly you fucking jumped on that as well.
I literally, like you wouldn't fucking, and the phone came straight out and went, "That's going in the show. Thank you very much." Right in front of her face. There you go. Thank you so much for this. Save. I'm talking about you this week.
I will be mocking you worldwide. Thank you very much.
But the other thing that really, like, this is not Barcelona related. I've got loads on here, but I'm going to save it. There's a thought I had. So I was reading a news story today. Sorry, something keeps tickling my nose, so apologies for anyone watching this. I keep like fiddling with my schnoz. But people that go to car boot sales, so people that sell shit at car boots were like, "Oh, I'll give you a £5 for it. Oh, that's £3. Oh, that's £1, right?"
Yes.
Somebody bought something for £1. I didn't read the full article because I don't know what's fake and what's real anymore. And it's always people in the comments like, "It's this, don't bother reading, it's all garbage." So I read that. Could you imagine if someone sold something for like £1 or £2 at the Antiques Roadshow at their car boot sale, and then went on the Antiques Roadshow with said item and found out it's worth like 500 grand? Because apparently this has happened.
Yeah.
Apparently it has happened. Could you imagine being that person being like, it's what? You mean, anyone got her digits? Did anybody find out who this was? Motherfucker. That was a family heirloom. Yeah, but you didn't need it anymore, Steve. I actually told you not to put it in the trunk, Mildred. I told you that we weren't selling that because it was a family heirloom. Fucking hell.
You'd be fucking livid, wouldn't you? Oh, I'd be so angry.
It's an 18th century piece. Where did you find it? Oh, well, some fucking daft twat sold it to me at a car boot sale in Exton. Really? Oh, what a stupid twat. Basically, it's from the Roman era. It's what men used to use to pleasure whoever they were with. It could tickle the front. It can tickle the back. It could also tickle up. It's the only one left. Sorry, I had to have a drink. I was like drying this stupid voice. Where am I? Oh yeah, I've lost myself now completely. What was I doing? I'm showing off some piece from the Roman times, but I said 18th century, so the joke ruined straight away.
You're showing something that tickles up somewhere. I don't know.
I'm not factually correct. I thought that's the only thing you picked up on out of the whole thing. Oh, it tickles you up some. He said up. Have you heard? Sharon! He said up. What a dafty! What a dafty! Listen to these two idiots talk.
Oh, these are my favourite moments to just watch you just go, and I just sit back and enjoy the show.
Welcome to the Chronicles of Podcast with your host, Tom Stevens, and watching is his co-host, Jamie Westwood. Oh, Jamie doesn't get involved. No. He sits and laughs. He's there to boost Tom's ego. That's what he's there for.
Exactly. I'm the little cheerleader.
To make his dick that little bit harder. Yes. Somewhere between the semi and fully erect. Yes. I don't know what you'd call that. A thremi? I'm not entirely sure. Not quite there, but almost. Tally Pip. Show. Show. Oh my God, it's late. You can tell it's late, can't you? Fucking hell. What is even real anymore, Jamie Westwood? How are you anyway?
I'm very good. I've got a couple of things to bring to the table. The first one's short but sweet. I don't get political on this show, but just a quick message to our Prime Minister, you desperate, nasty, pathetic little twat. Go fuck yourself. Anyway, moving on. I saw, Mr. Stevens, a wonderful news article today, and I think it is the most factually correct thing I've ever read in my life. They have
done. Not about shit, is it?
No, it's not about shit. Even better. They did they surveyed 1,000 American people about different accents. They have decided that Birmingham is the 8th sexiest accent in the fucking world. Yeah.
8th.
I'll take it. The fact we're in the top 10, I'm going to fucking take it. Number one, Australia, Scotland.
Yeah, whoa. whoa. You're not even numbering it.
It doesn't have a number on this, unfortunately. It just says because we come under number 8 on the list we came under Australia, Scotland, London, Ireland, France, Italy, and Wales.
I love that we're above you.
But that's a whole country. We're just one fucking city, and we got it. It's not like the Edinburgh accent or something. They just put all the Scottish together. We got it.
So it's quite a lot of cities.
Yeah. We got above. I don't care. We're on that list. Brummies are fucking sexy. That's all that matters. Can't deny anymore. The Brummie sexy. The Brummie accent, rather, is sexy. You can't argue with 1,000 Americans. They are the most logical people we know.
How many Americans are there in the world?
A lot, but they only have time to talk to 1,000 of them. That's though they pick the most important 1,000. Okay, that's all you need to know.
Yeah, you're very, very poor city, aren't you?
Yes, we're poor, but long as we have our accent, we're fine. That's all we need.
Who finds that sexy?
I have no fucking clue.
All right, Bab. Oh my god, I'm soaking wet.
You're right, Bob. I'd love to take you out and maybe take you down a back alley.
Do I need to put a towel down? Should I put a towel down? Every time I speak, she fucking ejaculates everywhere. It's like pebble dash all over the wall. I would love that. That would be amazing if you dated or married someone that was American that loved your accent so much that could never physically fucking speak because she was just orgasming all the time. What's even more funny is that with how much she is orgasming, that she gets so thin because she's worked out so much from laughing. Like, it should be like some sort of bionic, like, do you know what I mean? Just literally muscle.
Every time I'm telling her to calm down or I'm getting angry with her, it's just getting worse.
0% body fat because just literally, or he for that matter. Or he. Yeah.
I'll please anyone with his dulcet tones. I don't mind.
What a weird Spanish name that is. Jorge. But yeah. But then again, it's even funnier if it was a guy that, is like, oh, the Brumby accent's amazing. It's just they're like jacking all the time. Like, whichever, it has to be ambidextrous, otherwise you'll just have the one really fucking huge arm, one really small one. Keep talking! Ah!
Calm down, bub. Ah!
It'd be like Randy Marsh in South Park.
Just gonna
There's
say
a ghost. There's ectoplasm. So good.
Oh, but anyway, how are you, my friend? How are you?
I am fucking knackered. It's really weird because it's only an hour difference. But because of the hour difference, I'm getting up at like 6:30, 7 in the morning.
Oh, God.
Yeah, because normally that would have been 8, like after whatever, getting up for the day. And I haven't transitioned back because Keris was so tired because she's going to kill me for saying this, because she's been snoring her fucking head off like a fucking train, keeping me awake all night. So I'm like, huh? It's just brutal. It's just fucking brutal. But she's away for 3 days now, so I'm like, result.
I can actually get some sleep.
In bed to myself, I'm actually going to sleep. And then I went, NFL's on tonight. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I'm all right, though. I'm all right. I'm just, I don't know. It's weird. I feel like I don't know what time it is, what day it is, where I am, who's alive, if this is Earth.
Are you finding it harder to adjust from this one than you did when you went to New York?
I don't know.
When did you come back?
Friday.
Friday. So it's been like 3 days.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. The problem with me is when I get used to when I'm up, I'm up. I can't do the whole like, oh, I'm fucking awake now. Like I can't do it. Literally, if I've had a sleep, however long it's been, if you wake me up, I'm like, cool, well, I'm awake now. And then in my head, I'm going, the wheels on the bus go round. That's all I'm doing. And it's always the most mundane, stupidest ass song. Nothing even decent. Do you know what I mean? Or I just go, na 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 nah. Like, just make a stupid noise. All right, I'll just sing a tune. And I'm like, why? Why?
Yeah. I'm
That's
kind of like that. It depends how tired I am. Sometimes my alarm will go off. I'm like, nope, I'm going to sleep. And then other times I'm like, I'm awake. Let's go. Weird.
yeah, but you work like all the hours under the sun and all the days under the sun and all the suns under the sun, and you don't ever. You're like a shit vampire.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a poor joke. That was a poor joke. That was awful. Throw that one out. That was awful. So sorry. I need some salt over my shoulder. Is it right or left? Which one is it? Right.
I think it's right. Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I got that wrong as well. When you don't believe in superstition, shite like that, I suppose this was the case, isn't it? There's a spirit there. Is there? Throw salt at it over your right shoulder, otherwise you'll be consumed. Why salt? Oh,
Yeah, I've never got
because it's allergic to sodium.
What's allergic to sodium?
That was a joke.
Yeah,
that was the joke part.
I know,
Oh.
it just makes no sense. I don't get superstitions. They make no fucking sense.
It's like that Leo joke about black cats.
Oddly enough, I should have said black cats, yeah.
Never let a black cat cross your path. Fuck, here he comes, here he comes! Oh, so good. Yeah, or don't walk on 3 drains in a row.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. And what is it? The lines in the pavement, don't walk across that bit. Why?
How are you supposed to get anywhere? There's lines everywhere.
You don't step on the lines, you've got to step over the lines.
No,
the paving slabs.
No,
heard that one.
No.
Yeah.
Get them in. I love the idea. If you walk over 3 drains, the drains just go, finally, I have you. And like these claws come out, grab you, and take you, and you're like, no, please, Satan, not today. Oh, why didn't you say so? I forgot you had work. Sorry, see you later.
Didn't mean to be an inconvenience, sorry.
I think there's something in the journal about that. But still, how's your week been?
Yeah, it's been all right. I've mostly been Rihanna-ing, so, as I do. But I went to go see the kids today, which was nice. Just chilled out with them, made some plans for the future. And the other day, I got to go to a wonderful gig. I was very happy about that. Massive thank you to our friend Jasmine from the Noise Cartel. I got to go see Scene Queen with Delilah Bonn, and in her own words, I mainly wanted to go for Delilah Bonn. I think I said it on here before. I'm a massive fan of hers. But in her own words were great as well. Like, typical pop bunky band. They're very different to the rest of the bands on the bill, but they were really good. And when I go to gigs and I have an infatuation with a member of the band because they just really capture my imagination, I had that again within her own words. Their guitar player is like the happiest looking guitar player I've ever seen in my life. I was just like, you're awesome. I want you as a pet. You make me happy. So yeah, he was fun. He really made me chuckle. And Scene Queen was absolutely amazing as well. I'd only heard like 1 or 2 songs before, but she was absolutely amazing. The crowd were eating out of her hands. And she was saying she was headlining at the O2 Academy, the big room at the Academy in Birmingham. 18 months earlier, she was playing the basement of Scruffy's where we had our gig. What a phenomenal fucking growth in 18 months. That is absolutely amazing. Like, fair play to her. That is graft. Like, yeah. I couldn't believe it. I was like, fair play to you, girl. Fair play. Like, and such a fun, energetic show. I had an absolutely great time. Really good show. So massive thank you to Jasmine for that. But yeah, that's about it, really. I ain't really done a lot this week. It's mostly been Rihanna. What about yourself, my friend? What have you been up
to? Wow. I think the question is, what haven't I been up to? I think more than anything else.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, I went off to Barcelona for 4 days, and it was, from a personal standpoint, it was just what the doctor ordered. I went in because I had a problem with my foot, and he went, you need 4 days in Barcelona. I'll go scrap that for you right now. There you go. I had to go to Lloyd's Pharmacy, and they gave me a ticket, and away I went. I don't know why Britain people, Jesus Christ. I don't know why British people say that. Oh, it's just what the doctor ordered. Wait, why did you go to the doctor for a holiday? Should you go to TUI or Thomas Cook? Well, Thomas Cook doesn't exist anymore, but Hayes, some holiday place. You go to the doctor. I went on booking.com. So you're looking in the wrong place, I think. No, it was great. It was unbelievable. It was fucking hot. But it was amazing. And Keris, bless her. Yo quiero hablar en español. And I was like, that's the cutest thing. Because she was proper like, because she's so loud anyway. She's just like, yo, aprendo. It was very, very funny. I got to points where I was like, you're right, mate. Bollocks. Sorry. Agua, por favor. Pizza. Yeah. I tried, but in my head I was going, it's like you just forget everything you've learned.
I was going to say, don't you do Spanish on Duolingo? I thought you'd be like a dab at this now.
I did. I got bits. I got a fair bit. But it was just bits where I was going, shit. Because I just forgot all of it. Because obviously, it was, but it was great. So it's the first day we went swimming. The pool was in the hotel on the roof, and it was just lush. And not a lot of people really went up there. A few did, but it felt like I had the pool to myself a lot of the time, and it was wonderful. It's fucking freezing, but it was bloody amazing. Like I got in going, Jesus, but it was so hot. I was like, it's just really nice and really cold at the same time.
It's one of those simple, so cold your balls go. I'm going to go sit inside here for a bit.
Literally, I'm down your asshole. And then we went to Las Ramblas, which I did. It's really funny because I forget that Spain is quite touristy.
Yeah. And
I kind of forgot that. So we're there and you hear, God damn, it's hot over here. You're like, there's Americans here. What the fuck? And there were so many British people. I was like, it feels like I'm to a hotter country, but I'm still in Britain. It's weird. Anyway, so we went to Las Ramblas, which was very touristy, and we were starving because we got to the airport at like 8 because we almost missed our flight because of a massive accident on the M49. We got there, so we didn't eat any breakfast because we had to rush. We got to the hotel about midday. Went for a swim, and then we were like, right, we should probably go and eat something. Starving. So it's like, let's go and find our bearings. So it's a place called Las Ramblas, which is like the real touristy strip. And foolishly, we just found this like restaurant outside. I'm like, oh, this will be fine. So like, had that. I'm not joking, Jamie. The greatest pizza I've ever eaten in my life. Like, it was so fresh and salty, and it was just delicious. And I want to eat it all again. And I said, oh, I'll have a large beer because they was advertising a beer, but there was no prices. Stupidly didn't ask, did we? So I had a pizza and one beer out of a stein, right?
I saw it. It was amazing. Yes,
it was amazing. To be fair, it was actually delicious, and people are obsessed with the theatre behind, which I found well weird. Anyway, and then your joke was, it was a stretch, but I was proud of you. Sorry, everyone's listening to this going, the fuck are they on about? Just WhatsApp messages. So then Keris had a stein of white wine sangria, and she had garlic bread and patatas bravas, right?
Okay.
How much, Jamie, do you reckon the bill came to?
I'm going to exaggerate what I'd think it cost over here, as you saying that song, to say €50? 60?
Go a little bit higher. Go higher.
70?
Go higher.
Fuck it, 80?
Go higher.
What? 90?
It cost us €85.
€85 for that. Jesus H. Christ.
The drinks were €50.
Fucking hell.
25 each. Yeah.
I'm guessing we didn't go back there, no?
Hell fucking no. we had a budget of €100 a day.
Then that didn't work out then, no.
Well, it did afterwards. we sat next to two Irish mates, and they were like, you can get a sandwich on the corner for like €3. We were like, what? Yeah, we never went to Las Ramblas. We walked up it, but never went there again.
Don't blame you, Jesus. €85 for that.
Yeah, disgusted. We learned our fucking lesson after that, I tell you. Wednesday went to an amazing cafe called Morning Glory, which had a book on how to grow your own drugs, which was fucking weird. But dude, I had fruit pancakes with blueberry like compote and yogurt throughout the middle with Greek yogurt on top and like strawberries and kiwi and plum, and it was I want to eat it all again. But that's when my Spanish was like, wow, bellissimo. That's Italian. Wow, absolutely amazing. Where I was just like, sí, puedo tener la cuenta, por favor. She's like, claro, claro. Like, it was great. So, just stuff like that. It was awesome. And that was Blink-182 night.
Hey.
Now, I know they haven't played here yet, so I'm not going to spoil it. But my God, that was an experience. Let's put it that way.
I can imagine. Yeah.
It was, they were fucking excellent. And there was only one side I didn't know. But what I loved more than anything was the fact that they knew that obviously it's quite a Spanish crowd. So they talked about masturbation a lot, knowing that nobody would get it. What was even better was they just cheered it. They just kept cheering it and going nuts for it. So Tom was like, yeah, I like to beat my dad off every now and again. And everyone was like, yeah. Mark was talking about all their dads touching him. Tom was talking about masturbation loads, and they just cheered all of it, and it was just amazing. And it was just great. I don't think I sat. We were in seats because it's like a basketball stadium, and like we were in seats, and we did not sit down the entire time. Well, I know Keris did towards the end because of her legs. I was just singing and dancing the entire time. It was fucking superb. It was so good.
That was amazing. Who was the support band?
The Story So Far.
I know the name.
I like Keep It Up, and then they opened with that song. But I think they were tired because they didn't say one word of Spanish. They just sang songs, didn't really move, and just said thank you every time. That's literally it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But they played No Cigar by Millencolin, however you say that band's name, which is from Tony Hawk's 2, which I was like, oh, this is sick. So just blasted out a bit of No Cigar as well. That was cool. But I'll tell you more about. You're not seeing Blink, are you?
Becky's trying to get tickets. She's on Twickets, like trying to get some because she really wants to go, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to.
Okay, I'll talk to you after the show. Okay. So if anyone listens to this that still goes to go and see them, I don't want to spoil it. So, but they put a hell of a show on.
I can imagine. Yeah,
it was
the pictures
fucking.
I saw, it looked amazing.
Well, I know Keris took more photos than I did, but I took like a couple, and I was like, right, I'm just enjoying the show. I don't want to be there, Glenn.
Yeah,
I want to be in the moment and just enjoy it. So, it was fucking. Mark got very upset towards the end. So, obviously with everything that went on a couple of years ago and stuff like that. Yeah. It was just a very special moment that I'll never forget. Put it that way. So yeah. Thursday. Oh no, on Wednesday as well. We walked 12, 13 miles. Yeah. We walked most of the city. We walked over to this Park Gyle, which was miles away. It's about 2.5, 3 hours walk. Was doing loads of artsy shit, just seeing loads of arty stuff. Like this guy had like built all these houses and stuff in the mountains and everything, and it was all like mental and crazy. And it was really nice. So Keris was desperate to go and see that, so we did that as well. And just like drank Coke and coffee at little cafes and stuff, and it was just really nice. Thursday was beach day, but I'm not a big fan of beaches. But I had again some of the greatest food I've ever eaten in my life. And it was right next to a fucking KFC. Yeah, there's this little restaurant that did burgers, and the burgers were like monstrous, and it was just delicious. And their chips taste like McDonald's chips. Ooh. So it was great. So that was just eating food on the beachfront in Barcelona was mental in itself. And then we did a lot of swimming, and then we went to the pub to watch. I wanted to watch the football, but the rugby was on as well, the Rugby World Cup. And a fuckload of Kiwis came in, and New Zealand were playing that night. It was New Zealand, Uruguay. So we ended up drinking beers, laughing and joking with these like fuckloads of Kiwis, New Zealanders watching the rugby. It was fucking great. They kept singing awesome. A Wales song. They kept singing a Wales song, Keris, that I'd forgotten. It's on the tip of my tongue, and I can't get there. So, it's boom, 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 and everybody say Wales, Wales. That was what they kept doing to her.
That was brilliant.
It was really funny because I said, "Oh, do you want to sit with us?" Because there's two of us and we're on a table of 8. And they're like, "No, it's all right, mate. I don't want to interrupt your date." And I was like, "Oh, you're not interrupting anything." And he looked at me and went, "But to be fair, when you get bored, come have a beer with us." It was excellent.
Oh, yeah.
It was, and then I've had Paul here all weekend for the rugby. Scotland unfortunately crashed out, so it is what it is. But yeah, we just sat, drank a lot of tea, watched a lot of sport, and it was great. And that's literally been it. And then back to work today, which I was like,
Yeah, the first day back's all shit.
It's awful, man. But we were talking about like just how truly short life is, like how true. You look at all the conflict at the moment out in the world and everything, and you're like, and I'm just sat here, fucking emailing people for what?
Yeah.
Shit. So the moral of the story, there, kids, live your fucking life. If you've been dying to do something for ages, do it. Just go and do it. Like,
absolutely.
but this, but that, but nothing. Just fucking go and do it, because that's how I'm going to start living.
And someone that wishes he'd done a lot more fucking stuff than when he was younger, fucking do it. Yeah. Absolutely. Do it.
Plenty of time, my friend. But we're definitely all caught up now. I definitely think we should hear from Braden at Stay Cozy Clothing.
I think we definitely should.
All right.
Is this thing on?
Well, howdy doody, everybody. This is Braden Berry from Say We Can Fly, founder of Stay Cozy Clothing, your one-stop shop for the coziest, most fashionable hoodies, t-shirts, and more.
Gosh, Mickey. That's right, folks. And we're proud to say that we are now sponsoring
the Chronicles of Podcast. Ouch.
Hosted by Tom and Jamie.
Like, you can get 10% off, man. That's right, Shaggy. Just use the special code, The Chronicles, at checkout.
Oh, boys. Oh.
Still a great advert. Always will be a great advert. That's all I've got to say about that. Jamie, it's time for your favourite segment.
It is time for my favourite. It is time for my favourite segment.
You've been drinking whatever I'm drinking.
I think so.
Should we bring him in?
Oh, go on. Welcome him in.
It's time for Callum's Treachings.
Yes. Do you want to know something? Callum will be able to tell you in Callum's Treachings.
Is cereal soup?
Ooh.
Callum is back to treat the nation, the world, and the universe. Jamie, what is Callum Treachings this week?
English-speaking countries are probably the only countries that don't congratulate foreigners for learning their language.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he is absolutely fucking right.
Yeah, it's almost like, I think English people are very entitled people.
Oh, yeah. The first thing that instantly came to my mind then was, you're in my fucking country, you should learn my fucking language.
Even though we came over to your country and took over and invaded, now you're part of the Commonwealth because we made you part of the Commonwealth, so you should be speaking how we speak, you prick.
Yep.
No. How about no? How about no? One is a little bit. I find that with like, I'm going to piss so many people off with English fans of things, of sports and stuff. Entitled fuckers just believe they should win everything all the time, and it's like, no. Oh, but all the Scots and the Welsh and Irish just wants to lose all the time. It's like, yeah, because it's funny.
Is that how sport works?
Just to watch you react is one of the best things ever. So, you know.
It wasn't his fault, Dave. He tripped over a feather. Oh, it was the ref, I'm telling you. He was a fucking... that ref. No, he's lost. Oh.
It's like there's an NFL group on Facebook that I'm part of, and I'm really, really tempted to drop out of it because everyone just thinks they know everything about everything. It's like, dude, who cares? Like the Buffalo Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars played at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium yesterday, right? And the Bills are complaining that the ground was too hard to play on. Yet they play on AstroTurf over in the States. And it's like, oh, it's causing all the injuries. But the Bills lost. The Bills are one of the best teams in the league. If the Bills hadn't have lost, this is what's up here. And, if the Bills hadn't lost, no one would give a fuck. Yeah, but... And then people go, yeah, but actually, you've got to realise this. Yeah, but actually, like, dude, calm the fuck down. Did you know there's a fight going on in Israel and Palestine right now? Did you know that Azerbaijan and Armenia don't like each other either? And there's a war in Ukraine. Like, just calm down a bit. It's a game. I love sport. I fucking love sports. Like, I'm obsessed. But I won't go on social media and start bashing people for no reason because they said one thing I disagree with.
Here's an idea. The better team won. That's how sports work, my friend. fucking deal with it and move on.
We should probably get past this before people be like, "Oh, these fucking pricks! I've no idea what I'm going to write on their Facebook page. Have a go at them."
I'm angry enough with the government this week. Let's fucking move on.
The thing, talking about the government though, I really feel they put trashy, shitty TV on, like Big Brother being back, to distract you from all the crap that they're trying to put through. That's how I feel about that. And if you want to pick on trans people, then you have to go through us first, and we will absolutely destroy. We will absolutely destroy you.
Fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Jamie,
what else is Callum Treaching us, eh?
Why are wet clothes darker even though water has no colour?
I mean, yes, Callum Preacher, yes.
Aha!
Even white clothes.
Yeah. Shit.
But in a way, I'm kind of glad that's the case.
Yeah, mate.
Because especially when you do a wash and you go, is it clean? Is it dry? Oh no, I can still see, but it's fine. We'll leave it on there for a bit longer.
You're going to have to give me another couple of hours, Tom. I'm really sorry.
This
Unless
bit
you're
over
careless.
here is lighter. It's fine. I'm almost there. Almost there.
Unless your character just goes, just throw it all on the thing and hope for the best. No organizational skills. No, like, we'll put this bit here and this bit here because it'll dry faster. It's just get it on. I've done it. She doesn't ever watch the YouTube anyway. She doesn't listen to the show anymore, so it's fine. But yeah, but that's so true. But I don't know if that's just. How do you explain that?
Really, no. I've kind of wondered that myself in the past. So I don't really know because water has no color. So why are the clothes darker when they're?
I love that you've thought about this previously.
I have actually.
I wonder why that's got darker. That's really weird. That was red and now it's green. What the fuck's happened there? Wrong t-shirt, Jet. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the fuck. I better make my glasses on. Fuck's sake! Look how green this is.
I'm stupid, but I'm not that bad. Like, come on.
Oh, dude,
give me
I was
some
just
credit.
joking. Fucking hell, I'll give you absolutely no credit. Actually, if you want to just deal with that.
Let's be honest, it is something I do.
But I'll be honest with you. I don't know. It's just a great indicator.
It's very helpful indicator because, like we said earlier, that bit's the right color now. That bit's dry. Helpful.
But why are people so fucking scared of rain?
I've never got.
You know when it's absolutely hashing now, people go into the shops like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna melt. I better stand here." And then I'm just like, "La la la," and then again, "Why are you wearing shorts for?" Like, because my legs will dry. So
my legs will dry faster than those clothes will dry. So actually,
plus, with global warming, it's never winter anymore. So it's just fucking boiling all the time now. So I'll dry pretty fucking quick as well.
Give it 5 minutes, love. It will change. It's fine.
Yeah. It's December 15th. What's wrong with you? Yeah, but it's 20-fucking-6. Like, I'm about to go on the beach, actually. Go on the fucking seaside. You coming? Go down to Barbados. I can have a whale of a time down there.
Barbados.
Talking of Barbados, what are they called? The steward on the way back from Barcelona was one of the funniest guys I've ever met in my life. He was Spanish. And he was like, but he looked like Tommaso Ciampa, and he had the deepest voice. He was like, "Hello." So people were like, "Fucking like Jesus Christ, he's gonna kill me." He's like, "Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Ryanair flight. It's gonna take about 10 hours because we are heading to the Bahamas, known as Bristol." And he's like, "We are serving." And then when we're obviously up and about and stuff and everything else, he's like, "The food's going to come out now, so you can either have freshly cooked lobster or a big leg of lamb." Only joking. And it's just like stuff like that. He was just fucking amazing.
That's amazing. You gotta love people who have a bit of fun with their jobs. I love it.
Yeah, he was great. And then when we landed, he was like, "I'm sorry, didn't take the 10 hours as I promised." We actually didn't really like you very much. We want to get rid of you as fast as possible. He was an absolute hero. But Iran, we talked about when you go to the toilet on trains. Do you do this? Like, sorry, Callum, we'll get back to the treats in a minute. Where if you have like a coffee and stuff, but obviously if you're on public transport, there's no bins around you, and then you just go to the toilet. Do you take your rubbish with you all the time? Yeah, I find I do that as well. Just walking around aimlessly with rubbish in my hands, and he's like, so I was going to the toilet and I had on my rubbish, and he's like, what do you plan to do with that? I was like, oh, I didn't even realize I picked it up. He was like, that's okay, just throw it. And then he goes, you'd be amazed at how many people love to carry their rubbish around. Anyway, I don't even know how we got there. Sorry,
I'm
Cal.
not, mate.
Yeah, massively apologise. But no, I think the wet clothes indicator is phenomenal because then you just know when shit's dry.
Yes.
But it is mind blowing when it's like, your t-shirt's red and all of a sudden it's purple. You're like, what the fuck? Did somebody randomly change me really quickly when I wasn't paying attention? Anyway, I digress. We should move on.
We should.
To the final segment. What else is Callum teaching us here?
It's been 10,000 years and we're still eating bread.
Bread goes with a lot of things, though.
Yeah, what's wrong with bread, Callum?
Wasn't bread all they really had back then as well? I like how the Bible preaches, oh, they had loads of bread. And I'm like, well, I'd be fucking starving. Like,
did they at least have a toaster so we can mix this shit up a bit?
We don't know what the toaster is, my sire. It's like an Aladdin when he breaks it and they like go a bit. It's like, oh my god, like really? A little bit of Hovis and you're excited. What's going on?
That's why the best thing since sliced bread. Sliced bread was the best thing ever, apparently.
Excuse me, Stuart. Where's my sausages, beans, and eggs? Where's my full fry? Why have you only given me the toast part? Where's my fat black pudding? Where's my egg, bacon, sausages, and beans? What's going on here? What's this shit? I've got my tomatoes, but where's the rest of it? I think this is fucking terrible service. Actually, give me your fucking bread back, you prick. You're not going to eat for 5 days, sir. I don't give a shit. It's Warburton's or nothing. I love the idea of like, I made 5 loaves and 2 fish. And then Jesus is there going, and I had a full fucking roast. Fuck you all.
The perks of being the son of God. All belly.
You have bread. You water into wine. You have fish. And I'll give myself turkey and lamb and chicken and hot dogs and everything I could possibly fucking eat. Fuck you all, pricks. You enjoy your 2 little measly fish and your 5 loaves of bread. Fuck you. Enjoying your fish, prick?
Oh, they missed that part off in the Bible.
I know, right? People were saying like, oh my God, he's so wonderful. He turned water into wine. Yeah, and what I didn't hear was I turned this lamb into lamb. Oh, love me some cutlets. Leg of lamb, lovely. I was at 1-inch trout.
Amongst 5,000 of you, however many it was.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I am the son of God. I can do whatever I like, apparently. Oh, I'm dead. Fuck it. I'll come back in a couple of days and knackered.
You enjoy a chocolate egg in my name.
For some reason, I'm in a cave. Move that boulder out the way. Right, what's going on here? Who fucking stabbed me, prick? Anyway, sorry.
And that, Jordan, was the Easter story.
Apparently. And then bunnies have chocolate eggs out of nowhere. And hello, Mr. Jesus. Do you want me to deliver the eggs now? Shall I deliver the eggs now? Boing, boing. Have you got a carrot for me, Mr. Jesus? Why are the eggs chocolate? I don't fucking know. Serve them anyway. Didn't chicken hatch them? No, because they're massive. Huh? The chickens actually split apart from how big they were. I think it's actually chicken poo. Are you sure you want to serve this? Yeah, fuck it. I don't care. Get out of my face, Brian. Here's your fucking carrot. Fuck off.
Why is Brian the Easter Bunny really made me?
I don't know. It's like, if I call you the fucking Easter Bunny, will you leave me alone? I'll give you a holiday every year, all right? Everyone can have 2 weeks off school.
The kids will fucking love it. Chocolate and time off school.
Like doing their homework on the fucking chisel and stone. Got That'll be a long lesson. Today, kids, we're going to learn Spanish, okay? So, there's H, yeah. And it takes like 5 hours, but hola. That's hello. Oh, class is done.
What'd you learn in school today, kids? Not a lot.
It took teacher 3 hours just to lift the stone up onto the desk.
That was just the register.
Present. Anyway. That was another edition of Callum's Treachings right there, my loves. I hope you enjoyed that thoroughly. I now have to follow up. It's time for Tom's Journal. And welcome to another edition of Tom's Journal. Welcome to another edition of Tom's Journal. Jamie, you ready for this? This is kind of like a bit of a thank you, Bray Wyatt, we love you, but also a comedy little segment. Singing. He's got the whole world in his pants in assembly because you're a comedy fucking genius who couldn't be controlled.
I got kicked out of assembly for doing that.
I bet you fucking... I think you've told me that story.
Yeah. The only way to sing that song.
Well, it's not.
Wow.
Because Hans is in there as well. But I love that someone's there going, is it? Have I been getting it wrong this entire time? Look, all I'm saying is, right, Jeremy Kyle's lie detector had nothing on the rubbers with yes or no on either side.
Bad him. Oh, we used to buy some shit in the 90s, didn't we?
Oh, didn't you just write it into the rubber yourself at school?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I was thinking of someone else then. Yes. I remember now.
Did I sleep with your mum last night? Yes. Ha! See? It doesn't lie. Did you? I hope you paid her. Is my dad bigger than yours? Yes, he told you. Oh, my dad's 6'3". Oh, mine's only 6 foot, so you're lying then, aren't you? Go away, Kevin.
The pencil eraser lied.
Accidentally swallowing an apple pip and genuinely fearing for your life where an apple tree was going to grow inside of you. No!
What was the other one? Oh, if you swallow chewing gum, all your bones will stick together.
I'd never heard that one.
You never heard that one?
No. I think it's really bad for you, though, isn't that? Because you can't digest it.
Yeah, apparently. I don't think it makes all your bones stick together, though.
Well, no. Yeah. Well, no. I don't know what all my primary school ones are about. So sorry about this. Isn't it mad how we all had to grow crests at primary school? What the fuck was that all about?
And what's weirder, they still do it. Olivia did that last year. Fuck knows.
Oh, love her out of crests. I have an idea. I'll get the kids to fucking make some. I can't be asked to go to Asda.
Who buys cress anyway? What? Cress has no flavour. Why? Why?
Egg and cress. Oh, one of my favourite sandwiches, that is.
It's egg.
Anyway. Autumn as a child. Conkers. Halloween. Leaves turning magical colours. Comfort dinners. Bonfire night. Autumn as an adult. Fighting over the central heating. Having conversations with people who can't believe how dark it's getting. Telling the Christmas aisle in supermarkets to fuck off.
Oh, it's so painfully accurate.
Yeah. Christmas, it's September. What's wrong with them? What's fucking wrong with them? It's September. Oh, I do it, so, you know.
No, yeah. As soon as I start seeing Christmas things, I tell you to fuck off.
They just all want the money. That's all they want. All they care about is greed. It's all greed. This is greed. You hear me? Greed.
It's October. We've got a fucking spooky season first.
Fucking don't you. I told you that I would leave this show if you ever said that.
I literally did that just to get a reaction.
Well, I just heard my knee crack so loud, I expected it to glow in the dark.
Oh, feel that one.
When I was growing up, when I walked, my ankles were like... My mum took me to actually took me to the doctor. She's like, "That's concerning." Apparently, it's normal for a really tall ginger.
Just tall gingers, no other tall people.
Yep,
just tall gingers.
Just gingers. Soon as a woman lights that one candle after cleaning the whole house, don't you fucking touch anything. In fact, don't even breathe to actually just get out. I know you wouldn't know what that's like, but that's literally what happens. So
my mom used to be like that, but with incense sticks, not candles. You'd know she'd been cleaning because the incense sticks would be burning. Like, house is clean. I'll go to my room, mother.
I'll never return. So that was you, that post. Customer. Sorry, can you give me a quote? Mechanic. Okay. Don't judge a book by its cover. Customer. No. I meant for the car. Mechanic. Oh, sorry. Autobots, roll out.
I mean, what quote is it for cars? That did not disappoint. That was beautiful.
Yeah. I thought you'd enjoy that. This was a really good point, and I thought because I was going away, this was accurate. Security at every single level of the airport is insane until you get to baggage claim. It's like, take whatever bag you want.
Yes, absolutely is. You think they'll be like, "Oh, you got your name on your bag? Can I see some ID, please?" Yes, that's yours. No, they're just like, "Have it. I don't give a fuck."
See ya. Good luck. It's like Russian roulette. Right, fuckers. Who's getting that suitcase first? So, you know how we did British ways for saying how to leave someone's house?
Yes.
We've now got ways of how to say, I have no idea what you just said. Okay? So, firstly, we have, I see. Secondly, we have, leave it with me. Thirdly, we have, yeah. Fourthly, we have, okay, great. Fifth, we have, interesting. Six, we have, right.
I do not want to.
7, certainly. 8, say that again. 9, is that so? 10, blimey. 11, oh, so funny. 12, absolutely.
Yep, I do not want to.
Yeah. 13, can you put it in email? 14, yeah. 15, oh, it's definitely something to think about. 16, oh, we'll see. And 17, I'll do, and then I'll explain for the listeners. Just smile and nod.
Just smile and nod.
Oh,
the other one I add to that is also bloody hell. Right.
Seriously?
Yeah, I was on the phone to my granddad the other day, and like kids were distracting me. I was just like, bloody, oh, really? Oh.
It was my granddad's birthday on Friday, and my brother rang him to be like, happy birthday. I think it was like 78, 79. And the one thing he told my brother was, he can't have sex anymore. And he can't eat chips anymore.
Which one's he more heartbroken over?
Both. Because he was cutting potatoes when he had a heart attack.
Yeah.
So he was like, but that's all he said. He didn't actually go into any explanation. He just went, oh, it's lovely to hear from you, Joe. Yeah, I can't have sex anymore. And Joe's like, okay. Fucking, you can tell it's Stevens, can't you? Jesus Christ. So I was at an interview. Oh, sorry, Rob. Can you just explain this gap in your resume? Oh, yeah, sure. That's when I got trapped inside of a supernatural jungle-based board game.
Fuck's sake. There's always one every week.
Father, so what you're telling me is that my kindergartner is resourceful, thinks outside the box, and practices self-care. Teacher, no. What I'm saying is he puts all his classmates' coats on the floor so he could take a nap. Father, so I feel like we're saying the same thing here then, no?
That's fucking brilliant. Fair play, kid.
So, a couple more. Going off the back of what we talked about in Callum's Treachings last week with hot chocolate.
Yes.
Well, maybe hot chocolate just wants to be called beautiful chocolate sometimes. I think you should get some sleep.
Oh, there's always one stupid entrance every week.
And finally, my Romanian neighbour asked me if it was okay if my son had some snacks. I asked which kind, and he said, the cat with measles. Cheesy cat measles? Cheetos, everyone. He was talking about Cheetos. He's got a little spots for his whiskers, hasn't he, on the picture?
Oh, good.
Oh, that's like a shit way to end now. You don't get it.
No, I get it. And for fuck's sake.
Jesus Christ.
Cheesy cat measles.
And that was another edition of Tom's Journal.
That was glorious. I enjoyed that one.
It's about getting into schools and talking to young people because, I know that people can change. And it's about talking to people and getting them to understand and perhaps step back from violence and prejudice and whatever. And we just need to work together and keep on the good fight there.
Absolutely. Hey there, guys. We are ecstatically happy to announce that we are associated with the Sophie Lancaster Foundation.
The times are changing, and with the unfortunate death of Sophie, those changes have made a massive impact for the future. If Sophie was with us still today, I can guarantee what you are doing will still be reaching so many lives of young teenagers, young adults, and those who wish to be as different as possible. So thank you very much.
To find out more about this incredible foundation and all the work they do, and more importantly, how you can help, head on over to www.sophielancasterfoundation.com. Mama, 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 Mr. Stevens.
Jamie, 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 Jamie.
It's all its participation time.
Participate, bitch. Participate, bitch. Participate, bitch. Participate, participate, bitch, 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 bitch. Participate, bitch, bitch, bitch. So I lost my. I was running out of air. I was like, shit. I'm halfway through.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to participate in Jamie's participation challenge. This week, I said, eating, it's the greatest thing on the planet. Nothing beats food, but some of us even like to do that a little bit differently. This week, we ask, what are your weird eating habits? Whether it be weird things you eat, weird ways of eating things, whatever it may be. What say you, Mr. Stevens? You got anything a bit weird?
I don't think it's weird. I like to eat from shit to best.
Okay.
So, as an example, sorry, I got something stuck in my throat for a second then. So, for example, let's say you had burger, fries, and veg. Yeah?
Yeah.
So I go veg first, fries second, burger last.
That makes sense.
That's how I always do it. McDonald's, I always eat the burger last. I always leave it until last. Karen's like, you're nuts, it'll go cold. It's like, it doesn't go cold, and the best bit, you say the best to last, which is fine. The bit she finds weird, however, if I cook my own burgers, I like to seal it cooked. So so inside it's all pink, and outside it's all cooked, and I eat it rare, and it's fucking delish.
I don't think I've ever known anyone to eat rare burgers before.
Oh, dude, missing out.
Interesting.
I like my steak rare to medium rare. So I like burgers that way. I like anything just seared, closed, and then I'm golden.
Interesting. I've never heard that one before. I like it. I think I've mentioned this on the show before, but my only real weird thing I can think of is I have to eat Big Macs in layers. I make a chip sandwich out of every single layer. Can't help it.
That's fair.
I've tried eating it normal and it just doesn't feel natural to me. I have to just start taking it apart. I can't help it. Let's get some audience answers. Jake Smith starts us off, says, I eat my bacon sandwiches with mayonnaise.
No. Already massive no for me. It's brown sauce or nothing. No. How? Why? That's like an egg. I mean, it's egg. So in a way, I guess it kind of works.
Sort of bacon, eh?
Yeah, but fair. As long as you enjoy it, that's fair.
It's weird because this question was inspired by a post about mayonnaise. Because Saraya from AEW put a video up saying how all of her friends think she's weird because she dips pizza into mayonnaise. I was like, I do that.
Someone I work with dips Watsits into ketchup.
Watsits?
And he went, don't knock it. He went, don't knock it till you tried it. I was like, I'm going to knock it because I'm definitely not trying that.
I mean, it's cheese and tomato. I can see it. Anyway, Ruby Rowley. When I was younger, if I had cereals like cornflakes or Cocoa Pops, I would have to have the milk separately in a cup. I'd have a spoonful of cereal and then take a drink of milk and then chew. I didn't like the texture of cereal when it went soggy, so I did that for years. I've only started eating it normally in the last couple of years.
I mean, I hate soggy. I like, because carrots will smash it all in. I'm like, whoa, it's got the crunchiness first, then the soggy after.
I do that. I have to mix it up a little bit.
No, weird. Carry on.
Owen Edmonds, I think this is a problem that we all suffer. He says, my weird thing is if I start a pizza, I finish the pizza, regardless of the size.
How do you do that?
I don't say that. If they're massive, I don't know how he does it.
That's nuts. I get about 4 in. I'm like, this is tough.
Yeah, fair play. Fair play. He goes for it. I like it. Shannon Graham, I eat the top half of a Big Mac first and then the second one because I can't eat it all in one go.
Fair. That's just clever.
Yeah, that can be a bit tall. Fair play. Ollie Nightingale, it's simple. At the moment, I'm eating everything with reggae sauce on it.
I've never tried that.
No, mate. I don't think I ever have either.
Mind you, jerk's not really a thing. Like, not really my thing.
No.
I'm more peri-peri.
Yeah. No, I don't think I've tried it. Lloyd James, he says, when I used to go out drinking back in the old days, I used to get home and eat about 4 sausage rolls, dipping them in mayonnaise as I ate them. I've never done it sober, but at the time, it's the best thing ever. Fair play. I don't think I could eat 4 sausage rolls in one sitting myself, but there we are.
Yeah. Even people like, oh, grab sausage rolls. Like, no.
Yeah, but not 4 of them.
Not one of them.
Alex Graham, I press down on a sandwich first to flatten it as much as possible, and I have to cut it into small triangles.
Okay.
Yeah, I can go with that one. Shelly Ann, this one is a little bit weird. The first half isn't, the second one is. Says, well, my boyfriend thinks I'm weird because I eat raw mushrooms. Nothing wrong with raw mushrooms. I quite like raw mushrooms. But in the morning, if I'm later, I will get a piece of bread on the way to work. I'll peel a banana and then roll the piece of bread around the banana and eat that.
Huh?
Although there is part of me that wants to go, I'll give that a try. Why not? I mean, it is just a banana sandwich, but on the go, really, I guess. It can work. Chrissy Sweeney Fitzgerald says, I can't touch crisps. There are some exceptions, but generally I eat them with chopsticks, a glove, or a clean off the packet bit to pick them up. Yeah, it's just I don't like how they feel in my hands. I've always done it, and I never really thought it was weird.
Okay. I thought it was an allergy to begin with, so I was waiting for you to finish before I said anything.
No, she just doesn't like the feel of crisps in her hand. And she says, I also put ketchup on most things, not even to always eat it, but because of the colour, as a plate won't look or sound right without something red on it. Apparently it's a type of oh, fuck. Here we go, trying to pronounce words. Symphysesia? Okay. I don't know. Apparently it's one of them. Shelley Harris, I have to eat my Sunday roast in a certain order. I suppose that's kind of like your thing you were saying earlier, like you got to eat worst of best.
Yeah, I always eat Yorkshire puddings last. And stuffing last. It's the best bit.
Oh, what's stuffing there? Anyway, Robbie Williams. I don't like peas and ketchup, so if I have fish bit chips and peas, I've got to eat all the peas before adding ketchup to the fish and chips.
Yeah, that's odd.
Why don't you put the ketchup the other side of the plate?
Because peas roll, I suppose. Maybe it's...
Oh, maybe.
I don't know.
There we are. Jerry Keane. I don't mind milk on my cereal, but I ain't drinking a glass of it.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Say that, my mate Stefan's like that. Like, the idea of drinking a glass of milk to him is so foreign. Like, very odd. But there we are. I'll give you a couple more. Claire Jones. Maltesers. Nibble off the chocolate bit and then suck the balls. I'm so immature. Banana sandwiches. A banana sandwich is weird. I thought that was just a thing.
They're quite normal, aren't they?
Yeah, I thought they were normal. She said, I used to eat an egg custard with a spoon and then leave the pastry. I don't do that now.
Yeah, I don't even know why you have egg and custard together, to be honest with you.
They're not
That
egg and
sounds
custard.
horrible.
The egg custard cakes.
Yeah, egg custard.
okay.
Yeah, hell no. Hell no.
But weirdly, I don't like egg, but I like egg custards. I don't know. I can eat pasta just boiled with nothing on it, maybe a little bit of grated cheese.
No, heathen. Fucking heathen. Anyone that eats food with no, like, sauce or condiment or any, it's got to be wet. It can't be dry. No, awful.
No, I can't do that. I get a slice of bread, rip out the middle bits, roll it into balls, and then eat it. And then just eat the crust afterwards.
Is this Claire still?
Yeah.
Is she all right?
I don't think so.
I can see why you're friends now.
Thanks, I think.
You're welcome.
And last but not least, it's our good friend Ryan Williams. And as always, he's given us quite a few. My daughter eats mashed potatoes with broccoli, bacon, cheese with a yolky egg on top.
Okay.
Interesting. She also eats mashed potatoes with bacon and cheese, and she'll put chicken gnocchi soup with it. That's quite nice, actually. I quite like that.
Yeah.
She has also eaten butter by itself. That. Oh, no. No, I couldn't do that. I haven't made this in a while, but I used to make a cold spaghetti sandwich. It would contain cold spaghetti with meat sauce in between two buttered multigrain bread with ranch and parmesan as condiments.
Okay.
Just the idea of eating cold spaghetti, I'm out. Oh, no. When I'm in the mood for it, I'll mix pineapple and cranberry juice with a spritz of Sprite.
Yeah, that sounds awful to me.
Not a fan myself. And I occasionally eat hard-boiled eggs with pepper and a drop of sriracha. I occasionally dip fries into sour cream also.
Okay. It's interesting, isn't it, how people eat what they eat and what they like. And I suppose realistically, anything will go with anything in a way. Yeah. You wouldn't get chocolate on vegetables, though, would you? So
no.
You wouldn't get celery. No, but there's the obvious ones. But I think there's probably quite a lot there that you go, actually, it's just cheese and onion.
Pretty much.
But it's like what sits in an actual onion or something. Do you know what I mean? Like something like nuts. When realistically, if you think about it, so the whole mayonnaise and bacon thing, I was just going, hell no. But then you think, actually, mayo's just egg. Just egg white, isn't it?
Ryan's actually given us a couple more here. He says, I also mix my flavours of Oreos, like mint and chocolate cream, put them together, and I've got chocolate mint. That is fucking genius. I'm down for that one, Ryan. I like that idea. He says, peanut butter with s'mores. S'mores is more of an American thing, but isn't that where you melt a marshmallow?
No idea.
No. If I have regular Oreos, I eat the vanilla cream first and then eat the cookies. I've done that before. Yep. And also, if I'm eating at a restaurant, I order last and have 2 or 3 choices from the menu because I can't order something that someone else has ordered at the table. Someone else at the table has already ordered, rather.
Well, what if you really wanted something and then someone else had it? You'd be livid.
I know, I was thinking that. Get food envy when you be like, I was going to have that, but they had it and now I want it because it looks amazing, but I couldn't have it.
Well, you could have it because someone could have the same thing if you were.
Yeah, fair play, Ryan, but just order what you want, mate. Just have it.
Yeah, just eat it. Who gives a shit? Like, nothing's going to happen. That devil's not coming out those 3 drains. Don't worry, you'll be fine. But trying to get my fucking hell. I was going to say voice, but I meant breath back because I'm ready to do this big, long-winded part. Thank you to everyone that participated in Jamie's challenge. It really graciously appreciated on the weekly. So thank you so very, very much. If you enjoy Jamie's Participation Challenge, Tom's Journal, Callum's Treachings, all the absolute gobshite that we talk, and the wonderful interview at the beginning of every show. And you enjoyed the other 104 inches of the Chronicles of Podcast, wherever you get your podcast from, whether that be Spotify, Apple, Google, you know, the usual shite. It's all there. If you put the Chronicles of Podcast in, you're going to find us. Just look for this sexy little logo here. Look at this little beauty, eh? You've got Jamie's chair, my chair, and then Callum's dog bed. Which is great. You can also come to our YouTube, which is where most people come down to come check us out. Just type in the Chronicles of Podcast. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you become a subscriber of our channel, because it would mean everything to us. It would be huge if you could do that. So hit that subscribe button, push that bell to get notified when new videos and interviews are released, and comment to your heart's contento. So on our YouTube, you can find all of our interviews are on there. All of our shows are on there. All of our hashtag WBW Way Back Wednesdays are on there, which is all our shows from our previous channel. All of our Bloodstock interviews from 2022 and 2023 are on there. Our Bloodstock vlog is on there from last year. Our Dublin Crest vlog is on there from last year. And our 2000 Trees interviews 2023 are all on there as well for you to enjoy. So please come and check those bad boys out. You can also find us on Facebook at the Chronicles of Podcast. Just type that little bad boy in, share it everywhere, tell all your mates about us, give us some gifts or some comments or anything like that. Would be graciously appreciated. Seem to have lost myself. Jamie, where else could you find us?
You could find us on Ticketmaster, buying tickets to the upcoming Blackout tour and then listening to all of their music and raiders and subscribing to Sappenin Pod.
Absolutely. Or on our Twitter or X or whatever that platform is now called. At TCO Pod. Thinking about it though, whilst you're going and buying Blackout tickets for next February and listen to all the Blackout, all the Raiders, and listen to Sappenin Podcast, and on our Twitter or our X, where else can you find us?
I know where you won't find us, walking over 3 drains that are next to each other, because not today, Satan.
Absolutely. Or on our Instagram.
Hold on.
At TCO Pod. You can find us on TikTok at TCO Pod. James put some wonderful interview little clips up. Today's was the one with Sam Strachan from Raised by Owls. Absolutely fantastic. And the legends shared it everywhere. It was great. So please go check that with Mr. Blobby on stage. Come on LinkedIn at the Chronicles of Podcast. It'd be great to have you there. Just come and connect with us on there. Or come on down to our absolutely unbelievably graciously incredible little website at www.thechroniclesofpodcast.com. It is on the bottom of our tapestry, but I'm not going to pick it up. So just go on down to that website. Brand spanking new. It's gorgeous. It's sexy. It's beautiful. It has all of our shows and all of our episodes are on there. All about us on there. All of our affiliations and sponsors are on there. And our TCO Pod shop as well, where you can get yourself a t-shirt or a Chronicles of Podcast hoodie. That would also be graciously appreciated. So that's all the social medias at TCO Pod, and that's the YouTube at the Chronicles of Podcast. Make sure you subscribe for all the latest news and interviews. And now, Jamie's got something he'd like to tell you all.
He would. I would like to tell you that we're all going to say a massive thank you to a few of our friends. Every single piece of music that you hear on this show is brought to you by one man. And that one man is Mr. Music Maestro himself, Matt Roberts. Go check him out on all social medias at Matt Roberts Music. Go check out all of his music on Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your music from. Mate, I suggest his latest single, Rat Race. It's an absolute doozy. And of course, send him all of your love. Tell him how much you love all the music you hear on this show. And just, like I said, go listen to all of it. Massive thank you to Matt for everything you do for us. It means the absolute world, my friend. And of course, we have to say a massive thank you to Mr. Braden Barry and his Stay Cozy Clothing. Head on over to www.staycozyclothing.com or download the smartphone app. Over there, you'll find tons of hoodies, t-shirts, hats, mugs, vinyl records, you name it. Go get one of them. It could be that hat there that Mr. Stevens is wearing. It could be this t-shirt that I'm wearing right here. It could be anything you like. Add them to your basket and enter that discount code, The Chronicles, and get yourself 10% off your order. And of course, go support Mr. Barry of everything he's doing. Obviously, he's got his music, Say We Can Fly, which Olivia absolutely loved his cover of Running Up That Hill this week. I put it on and she turned around to me and she went, Daddy, what a tune. I was like, the fact that you just said what a tune is amazing. And you're right, kid. What a tune. Of course, also go check out Farlight on all social medias as well. See how you can get involved in his upcoming movie project. It looks absolutely amazing from the little teaser he's put out. Make sure you go and follow him and keeping up to date with all news for Farlight. And last but not least, we have to say a massive thank you to the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. They are stamping out prejudice, hatred, intolerance everywhere. And I mean everywhere, because this is not a UK issue. This is a global issue. There are members of the alternative subculture all over the world, and everywhere people are being treated differently because of the clothes they wear, the music they listen to, whatever it may be. We've talked to people over the summer at festivals who are still being treated differently in 2023 because of the fact they've got long hair or whatever it might be. So please head on over to www.sophielancasterfoundation.com. Share that story out with the world. See what you can do to help. A massive thank you to everyone that has gone onto the My Giving Circle and has nominated the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. The results have been absolutely phenomenal. They're doing another round of it. So please, if you didn't before, go vote. If you already did vote, go vote again. Why not? Let's do it. Let's get them that well-deserved grant. It'll mean the absolute world.
They're currently sat in 15th place. So
there
let's
they
keep
are.
going. Top 10.
Keep going.
Yeah.
And last but not least, of course, a massive thank you to my wonderful co-host over there.
Oh, stop it, you. You are way too kind. It's graciously appreciated. Jamie, another unbelievable addition in the bag.
Oh, yes, sir.
It's absolutely great. Sean, again, thank you so much for coming on the show. It was an absolute blast, and I'm so excited to have you on further down the line in the future. All the best with the Blackout tour in February. I can't wait to come and see you there. All the best with the radio shows, supporting Finch at Tramshed in November in Cardiff. I'm very excited about that. And obviously, Sappenin Podcast is just going to all brand new heights. It's just going crazy. We love to see it. But as for this week, we will see you all next week for the Chronicles of TikTok Jesus.
That sounds weird to say, doesn't it? Goodbye, everybody. Bye.